Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time!
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic. I win this, so you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay under you fighting. Plus I'm storming on you chumps like I'm thunder and lightning. Ain't no way you breaking me, kid. I'm harder than nails. Plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm slaughtering stale competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing with no bait. Kid, your boy hold weight. I got my soul straight. I brush your mouth like Colgate. In any weather, I'm never better. Your boy's so hot, you never catch me in the next man's sweater. If they hate, let them hate. I drop your whole clan. Lay your ass down for the 3 second tan. Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now.
It's gonna be what it's gonna be. 5 pounds of courage, bloody base, 10 pants with a gold tee. It's a war dance, a victory step. A raw stance is a gift, and you insist it's my rep. John Cena trademark, y'all are so-so. And talk about the bread you make, but don't know the recipe for dodo. Aiming guns in all your photos.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. I'm gonna need an audio check. Like I've never had an audio check before. Guys, I'm not happy with the frequency of Thirsty Thursday. It's been pretty poor. As you guys know, I went on some back-to-back vacation action. You know, we snuck in one Thirsty Thursday in between there. But we are smooth. I honestly can't even say we're smooth sailing. We got a long way to go before we get smooth with the whole my wife leaving for 6 months thing. We'll talk about that later. But how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome back to Thirsty Thursday. It has been a while. Akira is here with us with the tier 1 resub. Come back for 19 months in a row for 22 total. Says, let's go. Thank you very much, Akira, per usual. Vicious joining us in the Fitty Bitty committee. And he says, Fitty Bitty committee, as does Mark. Here's your Fitty Bitty committee. Thank you very much, Mark and Vicious. Much appreciated. We also got Nuked in here with the Twitch Prime sub. Come back for 14 months in a row for 14 total. Finally back, he says. Yo, man, sounds very good. Okay, we're good. That music might be a touch too loud. Yeah, we got like 13,000 different stream settings here that we're going to have to be adjusting. I think we're good. We've been going back and forth between that streaming PC, this streaming PC. We got all sorts of stuff going on here. But regardless, we're going to build a banger. I'm actually super excited for this gaming PC because it's going to be aesthetic per usual, but it's also going to be easy aesthetics. Like we just got some cable extensions and we got a 240 AIO and everything else is already pre-installed, like the RGB fans and whatnot. So should be a pretty chill, hopefully quick night. But that is almost never the case, but we shall see. Immortal is also here with the Twitch Prime sub. Come back for 12. Oh, wow. Immortal, congrats on the 12-month resub. Let's go. Now rocking the full color ZTT badge. That's what's up. Thank you very much for the 1-year support. That's big time. RWC is also big time. Oh. RWC breaking the stream. I hit the wrong button. RWC with the Fitty Bitty committee. Thank you very much, RWC. K Mariotti with the double Fitty Bitties says, watching from Outer Banks. Dude, K Mariotti thinks he's a hard worker. And, like, I've actually been, like, I've heard multiple times just today. Like, you know, oh, multiple vacations. Oh, were you on vacation for 1 whole month? These people need to know K Mariotti. He literally watches Thirsty Thursday every single week from a different state because he's on vacation just indefinitely. But hopefully you're enjoying this one. K Mariotti, thank you very much for making the time to hang out with your boys here at Thirsty Thursday. We appreciate you. Delicious Burgers with the Twitch Prime sub coming up for 3 months in a row now, rocking the silver ZTT badge. Thank you very much. Per usual. Painful also here with the double Fitty Bitty committee. Says, damn, let me in that Fitty Bitty committee lounge. We got space. We got space in the lounge tonight. Painful, also with another 100 biddies, says, oh, a train. We got a train going already. Let's go. Oh, I thought that was going to get stuck at 99%. I was going to say. Mark with the 100 biddies says, choo-choo, mother effer. Let's go. RWC with the 50 biddies says, the 15 and 2 are backwards on the PC. Oh, no. This is 100%. That's accurate. That is honestly me being a little conservative, if anything. If you guys have been watching preseason, my God, Pickett is easily rookie of the year. Like that one I think we can unanimously decide on. But we're talking about MVP of the whole league. Like, not rookie MVP, not offensive rookie MVP. We're talking about legit the MVP of the entire league. So 15 and 2 is me like trying to be like not biased in my prediction. You know, huge Steelers fan. I got to try and be a little objective here. So I'll give him 2 losses. Maybe someone gets hurt for a couple games. Something's going to happen. It always does. But yeah, that would be my prediction, official prediction for this NFL season. Steelers 15 and 2. Akira with the 100 biddy says, I hear a train. You are hearing correctly because it's here. It's here from Cincy. Glad we have a team finally. You know, I'm glad that the Steelers have some competition. You know, Pickett wins smallest hands of the year. Dude, that is like so outdated information. Okay? Like, I get that, like, you heard one thing about Pickett and that was the thing that you heard about. It's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant. Pickett to Pickens. That Pickett to Pickens is going to be, it's definitely going to be double digits. Touchdowns. Receptions, they'll probably say Pickett to Pickens 100 times, maybe 100 times this year, give or take. Touchdowns, 12, 15, somewhere around there. Easy. Painful with the 10, but he says train is broken on my screen, stuck at 100%. Yeah, thank you, Twitch. It is stuck on my screen as well at 100%, but we're just going to rock it at 100%. That's fine with me. I built an RTX 3060 build for 600. Is that a good price? I have no idea. Where you live, so I can't answer that. I'm sorry. $600 for, if it was $600 here in the US, yeah, that'd be a pretty solid system. Well, look who it is. It's Verisar. Love your channel, man. Dendera, dude, what is up, man? That's a throwback. How you doing, man? Good to have you here. That's what's up. Oh my God, I'm still playing Verisar, by the way. But yeah, how's everybody doing? So this is what we have planned today. We are using a brand new case and a brand new AIO. Deepcool sent over the AIO, and Asa, Elise, I don't even know the brand. I don't have a contact at Asa. I just have I have one contact that sends me everything from Asa, Lee, Montech, and one other major company. He just sends me everything for all of that stuff. So shout out to him for giving us this Asa Elise. I want to talk about this real quickly before we get into the rest of Thirsty Thursday. Now, I know you guys, you probably have seen the pictures of this Asa Elise case. You know, it's got some solid front panel airflow action. We got 4 pre-installed RGB fans. We have this silver/gray little corner accent here. It's looking super clean, and you've probably already noticed that from either the pictures of when I was promoting it or went over. But what I didn't see until this was physically in my hands, like when they asked me if I wanted to check it out, I didn't notice that the side panel on this, look at this. Look at this. What is this? Can you tell? Look at... What is that? This is the side panel. It's just all airflow. Look. You can barely tell. Like, if you're doing a quick glance on the website, you can't really tell. This is wild. I don't know if we've ever seen this before in an ATX sized case. It feels pretty sturdy. Like, it's obviously like not going to be like, you know, like holding a piece of carbon fiber here, but like it doesn't feel like it's gonna break or bend, although it's a little flimsy, but that's just because there's about 1 million holes in here. So I want to know from you guys, what do you think of this case's aesthetics? Are we at yay or nay? And what I want to do is, I already got the straw poll fired up and ready for you guys, because I want to ask you both on Twitch and YouTube. We're live on both, by the way, if you didn't notice. And I want to see what you guys think of the aesthetics for this. And we're going to run this poll before and after the build. So I just showed you what it looks like. Let me copy that. Let me paste it into... I want to see it in a build first. Well, you can't... I want to know what your opinions are first, and then after the build, because after the build, it's obviously going to look sick. But there's the straw poll link over on Twitch, and here's the straw poll link over on YouTube. Let me know what you guys think of it. I don't know. Like, I also need to see what it looks like on the build. Now, we are going to be matching pretty much the whole color scheme to the black and silver, black and gray. I got some black and gray cable extensions. Our graphics card is like kind of black, a little bit of silver on there. And then we're just going to let the RGBs kind of do the aesthetic work for all of that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Results. Oh, wow, 80% on yay already. Okay, let's see if our display capture is working. Por favor, check this out. Look, this is a new addition here. Oh, yeah, I got a display capture finally here on Thirsty Thursday. 82% is liking it. Okay, that's not, I guess that's not super surprising. I mean, it looks nice. It looks nice, but that airflow panel is just a little weird, but we shall figure it out. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure you comment over in the exclamation point Discord server in the general chat what you guys are sipping on. This is what we have tonight. So this was brand new, like as of today in my grocery store. I don't know what this is. It's from a brewery called Brew Gentleman, and they just completely, I don't know why that is so big. They just completely took over like a shelf in the craft beer section at my local grocery store. Like a ton of these tall, black, minimal art cans. Like they all look the same, just with different text on it. This is specifically the Legendary Weapon. Is this what you're trying? Yeah. Yeah, let me know what you think out of 5. This is an American IPA with Citra and Mosaic. Mosaic? I don't know how to say that. Hops. The Citra hops is like the citrusy, hazy style of hop. So it should be good. It's 6.1%. It is brewed in Braddock, Pennsylvania. I have no idea what that is, and I've never heard of it before, but we are about to find out. I don't know why that alert's all messed up. But yeah, no matter what you guys are sipping on, if you're sipping on water, you know, some beer, some liquor, post it in the general chat. We are going to be taking a look with our new display capture here very soon. I want to see some super aesthetic photos. But does anybody have a drink that they're like super excited about tonight? Painful the 10 biddies says, prediction is that the side panel gives a dispersion effect to the RGB. I think it will look good as long as the RGB is balanced well enough throughout the case. We shall find out. And speaking of dispersion, not aesthetically, but performance-wise, can somebody explain to me how the airflow or how temperatures, this is actually a serious question, how are temperatures going to be lower in that case? Because in my mind, a tempered glass panel is going to streamline the front to back airflow. It's going to keep it all moving, all in one line. But when that whole side panel is all mesh and there's no intake or no exhaust on that side panel, isn't the airflow going to be intaking from the front and then like dispersing a little bit wider, aka like not over the components? Is that wrong? Is that like the wrong way of thinking? Now, no matter what the answer is, I'm 100% sure it's not going to make a huge difference. Okay, good or bad, 100% sure. But I feel like is it going to be worse? Is it going to be worse? I'm not sure. It will be like an open air case. I feel like it will depend if you have a positive or negative pressure. Well, it's going to be a positive pressure the way it's set up. Oh, no, never mind. I forgot about the AIO. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah. I forgot about the AIO. Okay. Oh, wow. I completely forgot about that. Okay. That'll help. Okay, never mind. The AIO will definitely, in its original config with just the 3 in the front and the 1 in the back, I would question it. But with our AIO also exhausting at the top, then maybe we'll be okay. What about dust? Well, it's not going to be intaking from the side. Yeah, it's not going to be intaking from the side. So I can't imagine it's going to be a big deal. I don't know, man. We're about to find out. I have no idea. I want some, like, I don't call on Gamers Nexus too often, but I would love to see him take a look at something like this. I'd be genuinely interested in that. Painful with the 10, but he says, I think they are hoping for an open air test bench effect. I think the case will work better with all intake. Yeah, I mean, that's very possible too. Yeah, it's very possible, but yeah, you're right. Like, you definitely don't want to do intake from the top because then you will get the ton of dust. That would be awful. Shauner says we need, with the announcement, what is a Twitch announcement? I didn't even know that was a thing, but he says we need more drink picks in the Discord general chat. Por favor, send what you're sipping on. First time chatter from Mr. Big Squatch says Pogalicious by Atwater Brewing. Pogalicious, is that for real? That's not actually a beer, is it? Really? Bro, hurry up. You're about to get banned, dude. And you must be super new. You must, how... I want to know this guy's response. I guarantee it's 0. How many Thirsty Thursdays have you been to? Whoever's under 5, let me know. How many people are under 5 total Thirsty Thursdays watched? That guy's definitely 0. It's so I can talk loud. Yeah, I mean, I'm digging the announcement over on Twitch. That's pretty cool. I don't know if we have anything like that on YouTube. I think you can pin comments on YouTube now. Or pin live chat comments. Two. Okay, we get, yeah, none. Not a lot of new people, so we're good. Painful says I'm under 5. Yeah, that I believe. That makes sense, for sure. Somebody has to figure out what is wrong with Streamlabs. We got this whole, I complain about this literally every single week, but there's something wrong with, is that gonna fix it? No, it doesn't fix it. It's so annoying. I have to like manually scroll the chat down. It's awful. Percentage with a 100 bit. He says, hey, Zach, I bought a GTX 1070 Founders Edition, lightly used for 114. Oh, that's a great deal. Great deal. Yeah, congrats. I would buy that right now. So I'm seeing on average 1063 gigs go for, like, if you looked right now, there's going to be some for over 100. But the prices that, like, flippers are paying is definitely under 100 right now. I'm seeing the 6 GB card for around 100. You know, you can get the 6 GB for under 100 if you're patient. But the 1070 isn't close to that at this point. So the 114, that's a good price. That's a real good price. RWC says this is my 6th or 7th stream. Also rocking the 2-year ZTT Diamond badge. Oh, Hustle King with the 100 biddies. I'm so sorry I missed that. That's what's up. Thank you very much for your double fitted biddy committee entry. Much appreciated. Oh, and Hustle. Wait, did you just do another one? Oh, you literally just did. Hustle King with the 10 biddies. Thank you very much, Hustle. I'm so sorry I missed that. But for the record, I did catch it right before you sent the follow-up. I'm sorry. Painful says darkest side panel tint I've ever seen. That I also missed. Sorry. Oh, Shauner with the fitted biddy says, was making my drink, but I'm here, and I think you may be dyslexic with the Steelers record. Should say, we already addressed that, Shauner. This was 100. This was my conservative prediction for the Steelers. Like, the bias in me says 17-0, but let's be realistic here. Something might something might happen, or if they start 15-0, then there's a good chance that they can sit their starters for the last 2 games. Maybe they lose those, you know. Maybe Trubisky, you know, doesn't take his opportunity. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, my you know, realistic expectation is going to be 15-2. Aman with the Fitty-Bitties says, Fitty-Bitty Committee and first Thirsty Thursday in a while. Yes, thank you very much for tuning back in. All right, let's see some of these drink photos here. Okay, let's get the and then we're gonna start building, guys. For those of you that are antsy and it's your first time here, like an absolute nub. Here you go. All right, so over in the exclamation point Discord server in the general chat, this is where we put. Okay, we're gonna fix that real quick before we. I don't know what happened. Okay, there we go. That should help. Let's do a. Hold on. We'll do a quick. That's a fake sub. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Okay, here we go. All right, Dr. Zoomer, what are you doing? Michelob Ultra? Come on. I do like the mouse pad. I mean, that's solid, but like, come on now. Michelob Ultra, have some respect for yourself. Commenter says, working on personal C4 Smart Energy. Dude, that's nice. They've sent me pallets of those, and I hate when I'm currently on E. I should probably send a message so they resend them. Those are really good. That one's probably the Freedom Ice. That one's also probably my favorite. That one is really, really solid. Good choice on that. Billy Bob Joe says, first drink submission, rocking the, is that like Jake Paul's drink or something? Logan Paul's drink? Hydration. Is it any good? I have no idea. I only know that it's a meme. But thanks for your submission. Aman says some water in an LTT water bottle. Very nice. Got the stream up. Oh, is that 2 streams up? Double streaming it. Okay. I like the productivity on that. Skelzor says watching at work. Are you working from your car? Wait, what sort of contraption do you have over here, Skelzor? What do we have over here? What's going on? Not really sure about that. Mark's got his ZTT mod on duty mug, looking super clean. Also, the Gamers Nexus coaster, per usual. Shauner made another. I don't know how to say that. Good luck pronouncing it this time. I got it. Kyperna. Do you know how to say that? Kyperna? Yeah, Kyperna. That's what it is, for sure. 100%. Dialed in. That's actually a pretty aesthetic photo. Very nice work here. And then we got Simon says, first drink submission, working on a new build too. Dude, oh my God. Simon, coming in swinging. That's not only a super aesthetic photo, you also got what looks to be a very sophisticated hazy IPA right there. And, oh, double IPA? Double IPA. I love the color on that IPA. And you're building a PC during Thirsty Thursday. Like, that's literally the key to my heart right there. Would love to see more in future Thirsty Thursdays. Nice work, Simon. That's what's up. Did I pronounce that right? Pick of the week? Yeah, that's definitely Simon for sure. That was very solid. Look, you have a really nice... Hold on, let's go back to that real quick. You get a nice setup here. I think it might be out in the garage because I'm seeing like all sorts of like spray paint and like non-PC building related tools here. But working on a nice little RG or a nice big RGB build back there. Yeah, you got the lighting. Very organized tool. Wow. Dude, that's a photo. That's a nice one. Let's go. Everyone's sleeping. Simon just coming in hot. All right. That's a Motorola radio. I'm a CSSO for University of Arkansas. Oh, okay, nice. CSSO. I don't think I know what that means. Sounds familiar. Should I know what that means? CSSO? I don't know. I don't think I know. That beard looks like orange juice. Oh, Shauna with the pronunciation. Kyprina. Kyprina. Got it. Kyprina. Got it. Okay, 3 a.m. here in the UK. Okay, sorry. We're going to get going here. Oh, this is actually really good. Hey, what do you think of the beer? I like it. It's really good. It was super expensive. Like, 4 of these tiny cans was like $18. Which, that's obnoxious. Yeah, they're smaller for sure. It's only... Wait, it says 12 ounces. Wait, is this a normal size can? I don't know. Either way, 4 for $18 is not a good price. But it does taste very good. Really close, says Sean, I'm accountant. All right. All right, so here is the full parts list. Per usual, you guys can type in !point parts list or !point build, or if you're over on YouTube, you can click the first link down in the description. This is going to just be a flip. However, I did get 2 of the parts for free, the case and the AIO, which we talked about earlier. So that'll be my profit margin right there. But I also need this PC complete because I'm going to be filming a pre-roll ad for the AIO. And this is Deepcool's brand new LS520. This is their new Infinity series. This has a super clean look to it. Deepcool has been making AIOs for, I think, over a decade at this point. And this is easily their cleanest design that I've ever seen before. It should match the aesthetics with this silver accent to our build pitch perfectly. I'm hoping it does. Of course, it's got all of their branded anti-leak technology that they've been saying for years and years now. No idea what the performance is of it, but since I got to do a pre-roll ad, I need to obviously get this into a build, so that's why we're building around it. And then our case, which we already mentioned, this is the new Asa Aero 480, and if you missed us talking about it, it's got the pretty solid aesthetics up there at the front, but what the weird part is it's got a full mesh side panel. This is not tempered glass. This is all mesh, ladies and gentlemen, literally the entire thing. So we shall see how that combo works out for us. I'm anticipating it's going to look nice either way. Painful, I didn't even read your whole message, but I already saw that it's going to be a really good point. He says, with the 10 biddies, I hope the mounting brackets are cleaner on this AIO. Deepcool, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they've ever used a mounting bracket that wasn't unpainted just metal. It looks really dumb. And for those of us that like truly dial in our aesthetics, I hate when we have like a really good color scheme going on and then that big ugly AIO mounting bracket underneath the pump is just like unpainted metal. It always looks very dumb. Hopefully they corrected it. It would be really nice if it was black or at least whatever color this is, like kind of gunmetal style. But we shall see. That's a really good point. Something to look forward to on that one. And then for some of the other components, for our CPU, I just went with the Ryzen 5 5600. Definitely don't need to liquid cool this. Again, this is like a pre-roll build, like get rid of parts build type of thing. And for the motherboard, we're going to be pairing that with an Amazon Warehouse B450 Tomahawk Max 2. Does this one have the... Yeah, it does have the Ryzen 5000 sticker right on it, so Sam doesn't have to uninstall this when I'm done to update the BIOS. So he will be happy on that. For our RAM, I have absolutely no idea why this is already unboxed, but sometimes I just pull things off the shelf. This is the XBG D20 2x8GB kit clocked at 3200 megahertz. Should be perfectly fine. For our SSD, kind of a weird choice from me, but we're going to be using a 1 terabyte MP33. So I like the MP33 for ultra budget builds for 500 gigabytes. So the 1 terabyte, it's a questionable move. You guys let me know what you would prefer for a build like this. But when you're spending, like, these 1 terabyte drives are super cheap. They're like $60 on sale, $70 normally. You could have bought a much faster 500 gigabyte NVMe drive. So for a flip, I don't know. I think the 1 terabyte still might be, because at the end of the day, it's still, you can still advertise 1 terabyte NVMe. Like, that would be the term. That's what people are looking for. This will get the job done for that. But I'm not sure how I feel, but I bought these on sale, so this seemed like a good build to use. This is, for our power supply, this is finally the very last EVGA 750 GT. Mentioned this 9 times already. This will be the 10th time. I bought 10 of these when they went on a massive sale on EVGA B stock. Paid $45 for a ton of these. EVGA 750 GT. Can't go wrong with that one, but I am glad that we're finally cranking through the inventory. And for our graphics card, this is the Gigabyte Gaming RX 6600 XT. This is also going to hopefully be matching our aesthetics because it does have like that silver accent on it. I think it has the RGB strip as well, which should look pretty good. I paid $300 for this from Warman, and when I bought it, this was actually a pretty solid deal. The 6600 XT is creeping down, especially on the used market, below $300 sometimes. Still not a terrible deal, but it was much better when I bought it a few months ago off of him. And then for our very last component, we have our cable extensions. And of course, we went with Asia Horse. These I've legitimately never used before, and I know a lot of you have. This is the black and silver, black and gray version. Again, trying to put this whole color scheme together. I don't think I've ever used these from Asia Horse. But like I said, I'm pretty sure I've seen a bunch of you guys use these. And it looks pretty good. It gives it's spruces it up a bit from just the all black cable extensions. But yeah, that's the parts list. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the parts list? For let's go aesthetically. How do you guys think this is gonna fare aesthetically? Is everything gonna match up? You know, the one thing we won't be able to do is we're not gonna be able to change the RGB colors of the AIO fan or the radiator fans, because that'll probably plug directly into our motherboard. But we can imagine what it will look like. You guys will see in the pre-ride what it would look like. Hopefully it looks sick. That AIO do be clean AF. I'm loving the AIO, to be honest. Yeah, I was excited. And I love when Deepcool is just like, they were originally like, hey, do you want this for Thirsty Thursday? I'm like, yes, I'll take any part for Thirsty Thursday. Like, if I don't have to make a YouTube video on it, just give it to me for Thirsty Thursday. And then like a week later, they're like, oh yeah, let's actually get a pre-roll ad as well. So not only did we get the part just for Thirsty Thursday, they're paying our rates for the pre-roll ad. Like, I like working with Deepcool. They've been great over the years, and they were actually one of the first companies that I work with. Mythical says, first time chatter, I'm not happy that I got banned from your Discord last month. Well, you can type in !Discord ban, and we have a legit ban appeal process, which we are overdue on. We need to do a live stream of that pretty soon. Maybe we do that next week, honestly. We shall see. But we're definitely overdue. But we actually go through all of the ban appeals, and if you, after some further investigative work and maybe a chat vote, maybe some outside recommendations from people in the community, if we think you should come back in, then that would be your chance, your one and only chance. Deepcool living up to the cool. Zach, how are those HS80s? HS80s, I've already publicly said, these are legitimately my favorite gaming headset that I've ever owned before. I am seeing an issue with the range. So multiple people that I sent all of the ZTT Discord mods, these HS80s. Corsair, actually, I didn't pay for it. Corsair hooked it up. We sent all 5 or 6 people HS80s. A couple of them said that the range was really poor. And at the time, I never tested the range. Like, my USB port is like 10 feet away from me right now. It never had any issues. But I started a couple months ago walking around the studio, which is a pretty big open area, with these on, and I have noticed that the range isn't the best compared to some other Bluetooth devices. So, like, if that would be an issue for you, if you're mobile with your headset, then that is certainly something to consider. But, like, other than that, there's still, to this day, microphone quality, comfort, sound quality, all of that is legitimately my favorite gaming headset on the planet right now. Thoughts on the Baker Mayfield trade to the Panthers? I live in the Carolinas, and people can't seem to shut up about it. And when I think he is mostly washed, I don't think Baker's washed. I don't think he was ever good. You have to be good to be washed. Baker Mayfield has been overrated his entire life. When he was drafted, I was telling people he sucks, and he did play a little bit better than I thought he would. But I don't think he's good. Like, I would not be excited for him. Now, granted, like, if he was on my team, if he was on the Steelers, I never, in a million years, never thought that I would be rooting for Mitch Trubisky. I still can't believe he's wearing black and yellow. Like, it's so foreign. I've made fun of Mitch Trubisky so hard for the last couple of years because he was awful. But now that he's wearing black and yellow, I mean, I'm still rooting for Pickett at this point, but like if Trubisky's our guy, then I'm gonna be rooting hard for him. So I never thought I would say that. So if you're in Carolina, I guess be excited for Baker, but from an outside source, Baker's garbage. That would be my opinion. If he's on your team, though, he's not bad. I think that's a pretty fair statement. Like objective, non-subjective statement right there. I mean, they had Sam Darnold. Yeah, Sam Darnold, I think most people were very, very high on Sam Darnold. And yeah, that's a bust. It's Romeo, first time chatter. Oh, also with the 10 biddies. Thank you. That's what's up. First time chat was a biddy message? Dude, we're off to a great start. Thank you, man. Oh, painful with 10 biddies. I missed that. Wow, unpainted metal and super big and obnoxious. Oh, really? Is it? Or are you talking about previous Deepcore AIOs? All right, let's start building. I'm ready. Let's go. So what was the last... I'm a little behind on community stuff because of the vacations and whatnot. And I'm starting to catch up and everything. But what is the last CPU and GPU combo that you guys just built in? What's popping right now? The last gaming PC that you built, what was the CPU and GPU combo? And what was the PC for? So say your CPU and GPU combo and say like if it was flip, personal build, what are you guys using? I need to get reintegrated here. I feel a little bit behind. It's Romeo with the 20 biddies. Wow, doubling down on that second ever message. 20 bits. Thank you, Romeo. Much appreciated, man. DJ Tizzle, welcome to Twitch chat. First time chatter over there. Benny says 12700K RTX 3090. Gaming and video editing. Wow. That's a banger of a first answer. Nice. That's what's up. Percentage says 3600 and GT 1070. You know, the 3600 is starting to make sense. It really is. Like, we just went through a whole year of the 3600 not making any sense. Ever since the 5600X came out, the 3600 never, on the used market, never got to the normal price that it should have with the 5600X being out. It was always overpriced, so it didn't make sense on the used market. It made a lot of sense when it was brand new, don't get me wrong. But now I'm starting to see that 3600 get cheaper and cheaper, and I feel like we're going to start seeing that with a lot of mid-range or budget flips here in the next year or so, especially with all these B450 used motherboards out there. Great combo. I'm looking hard at the 3600. Shauna says 3600 was overpriced AF for a while. Yeah, it was in a rough spot. Like, it was a hard pass. It was the same price as the 5600. 5600X for the longest time. It just didn't make any sense. Nobody was selling it for the price that it should have been at. I'm good, thank you. It's Romeo with the 35 biddies. Thank you very much. Oh wow, I missed another one. 30 biddies. Thank you very much, dude. Romeo, I need a message. Okay, I like the bits. Bits are fine. Much appreciated for supporting the operation here, but I need some type of message here. Okay, you can't just be throwing money. Okay, some sort of message. And make sure it's a good one. Make sure the next one's a good one. Don't let us down here. All eyes are on Romeo. Doc says, I got the 6650 XT when it was on sale for the same price as the regular 6600 XT to go with the 12400. That's a great price. 6650 XT made a lot of sense. Yeah. Oh, I keep throwing that box on Thirsty Thursday, but I need it to build. Why do I keep doing that? It just makes no sense. There we go. Okay. All right, so this is the MSI B450 Tomahawk Max 2. Absolutely can't go wrong with it. If you're looking for a used ATX B450 motherboard or AM4 motherboard in general, this has been, I guess, what is happening to my alerts? Why does it keep doing that on this specifically? That doesn't make any sense. Let's go ahead and lock that. I think because this was an extremely popular motherboard when it was brand new, when B450 was the latest mid-range chipset. I think so many people bought it that it's just being flooded on the market. So if you're searching for micro ATX, you can get a much cheaper option. You're definitely paying more money on the motherboard side of things if it's an ATX build. However, for the ATX motherboards, this continues to be one of the cheapest options that I'm seeing. I actually put the camera on me real quick. I just bought 2 of these on Mercari 3 days ago, like back to back, like one order, next order. The first one was $41. A B450 Tomahawk Max on Mercari for $41. Another one was $60. I bought both of them. I was like, I don't really need these, but I'm gonna buy them regardless. So definitely seeing these for some good prices. I'm gonna have to start looking for those. Yeah, they're all over the place. And again, I think it's just because they were so popular that a lot of people are getting rid of them. Yeah, $41 for an ATX board. Yeah, just an ATX board in general. But yeah, super solid deal. Now I will say it's been 3 days, and both of them, I did my due diligence, like they had good reviews, whatnot. Neither one has shipped in 3 days because I just sent a message today on Mercari, like, hey man, what's up? Usually people on Mercari are really quick. I haven't seen if they responded yet. And it's 2 separate people, which is super ironic that neither one of them have shipped it, but I'll keep you guys updated. All right, here we go. 47 minutes in, per usual. This Ryzen 5 5600 is looking super clean. It almost looks weird looking at an ultra clean CPU. Like, I've been using so many used CPUs lately that, like, it looks weird not having at least a little bit of thermal paste sprinkled on there. It looks nice. It's clean. $41 for a good ATX B450. Yeah, super solid deal if it goes through. Everyone's saying pre-recorded on YouTube. Love your channel, by the way. Why would they say that? This is live. I promise this is live. I'll read the next. Oh, there's PC Tech Hustle. The very most recent comment says, I was also at the game. I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, PC Tech Hustle with the $5 super chat. I missed that. My bad. Agreed with the Baker talk. He was never top tier, and I hated him as an Ohio State. To be fair, I've also hated Baker the entire time he's been on TV. I've always been anti-Baker. So, yeah. Some of my sports predictions and talks can be a little biased. It's not always 100% like based off of facts, but it is what it is. Thank you very much for the $5 super chat, man. Hopefully all is well over there. He reads both, but definitely leads towards Twitch more. Yeah, indeed. I have the Twitch window open as well as multi-chat. But again, there's something wrong with the Streamlabs app when you have multi-stream going. It doesn't continuously scroll for you. It's so annoying. So every time I get a message, it doesn't. I have to manually scroll down to see new messages. It's so dumb. So I just leave the regular Twitch chat open, and then I got to manually scroll down for the YouTube comments. So unfortunately, that's why I'm a little bit behind on the YouTube chat. Sorry. RWC with a 16 biddies says the Chiefs are going 17-0. Dude, they're barely beating the Packers right now. What are you talking about? And they got Juju. Juju sucks. I'm a Juju hater. I gotta burn that jersey, by the way. Painful with the 10 biddies says, damn, that case supports 9 fans. Yeah, for the power supply shroud. Yeah. That's my motherboard. Nice. Okay. All right. CPU is in. Let's get our RAM sticks in. RAM and SSD. We'll knock that out real quick. Hopefully. Which NFL team do you not like the most? There's multiple people in the chat that can answer that. I absolutely hate one specific NFL team. I would say they're probably the most hated team as well. I'll let you take a stab at it though. I do indeed hate one team, and it's more the fans, not the actual team. But I do hate both for sure. Shauna says, I know I dislike the Raiders a lot, closely followed by the Cowboys. Yeah, I can see why you hate the Raiders being a divisional rival. But yeah, the Cowboys, man. No, don't get me wrong. I definitely hate all AFC North teams. But nothing comes close to hating the Cowboys. Yeah, Name says the same thing. I dislike the Cowboys the most. Everybody hates the Cowboys, man. It's just every single year. I've said this so many times. It's the media that causes the hate for the Cowboys. It's actually not the team. It's the media that makes it trickle down to the fans, which is why the fans are annoying. Because every single year, the media is just super high on the stupidest term ever, America's team. And so it gives fans all this false hope. And then they think their team is dominant every single year. Every single year they suck. And it's just, I hate them. I hate them so much. I'm a Raiders guy. Is that a MX Master 2S? Yeah, it is actually. Good eye. I have two of them. I have this one and the white one. I really, really like this, especially for productivity. I definitely don't use it for productivity for here on Thirsty Thursday, but it does have the vertical scroll wheel, which is really nice. You got the front and the back buttons here. And then this pad right here is a gesture pad. So you can program like macros and key bindings to like scroll them forward, back, left, right, and you can also click it, which is really nice. And it's got like a nice beefy grip to it, which is good for like long video editing sessions. Highly recommend this mouse. Did you ban the person posting porn site links in the YouTube chat? Probably. If you don't see them anymore, then yeah, they were banned. I don't do the banning. We got a team for that. You know, we got the A tier YouTube and Twitch moderators. Rent free, baby. We just all hate him so much. Brad says bought the Master 3S today. Very nice. For work? Yeah, that's a good choice. Cowboys were relevant 30 years ago. Nothing hurt worse than Dak and oh my god. Zeke's rookie year. That hurt. That hurt to watch. Because they were, to their credit, they were vibing. Their rookie year, that was hard to watch as a Cowboys hater. I'll give them that. But, and then like the next like 2 years after that, they've been like just trying to like repeat that same like mojo that they had. And they just never got it back. But when they were vibing, that was painful to watch. For sure. Recommendation for a budget cooler for the 5600X? The stock one. No, I mean, you can go with any of those typical $30 air coolers that we buy all the time, like the ID Cooling, the 224 XT, you know, the Vitro V5. I really like that up here CPU cooler that I've used on a couple Flippin' Friday episodes. The installation process is a little weird on that one, but not a major deal. Those are all super clean. It all depends on what aesthetic you're looking for. But there's a lot of like budget $30 CPU coolers these days. Oh my god, am I gonna be able to get this standoff off? Zach, how did you open a RAM kit box that some companies like Silicon Power RAM boxes in? I tend to rip the boxes. I don't know what you're talking about. What's wrong with the box? I did just have a Silicon Power RAM kit, but I bought it. Or wait, no, I did buy it new. I don't remember it coming. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to try to use some needle nose and twist this off. I don't know if this is gonna work. This standoff is like soldered on here. There we go. Okay. Thank you. Literally had to make a new Twitch because I lost my old account. Says, no, what's up, Noble King? How you doing, man? You lost your account? Dude, you guys got to get a password manager. I'm not sponsored by any of them, but I would highly recommend it. Can I get unbanned from the Discord? Just type in !Discord ban. Fill out the ban appeal form real quick. And we are going to do a ban appeal form live stream soon. We might do it next week. We definitely have enough entries to go through and review. If you legitimately think that you got banned for a wrongful accusation, or if you like just admit that like you were immature and like you learned from your mistakes and you're gonna do your best to not repeat the same infraction, you have a solid chance of being unbanned. I would submit the form, and then tune into the live stream. That'll definitely be the way to go. We actually unban people these days. We went like 4 years without unbanning a single person, but now, if it's a legitimate request, we might be able to make something happen. I just messed up that chat window again. I gotta stop doing that. Okay. I love that the Broncos have won a Super Bowl since I've been alive. It is nice seeing... Wait, have they? Ooh. Oh, yeah, with Peyton. I was thinking of 98. I was going to say, I don't think Shauner was alive in 98. Yeah, I forgot about Peyton. Yeah, versus Panthers. Yeah, I bet on Panthers that game. Panthers were hot that year. And Peyton was so bad that year. He was so ugly. Oh my god, it was so bad. Yeah, I forgot about that one. How much did you pay for that 1 terabyte SSD? It was on sale. I think it was like $66 or something. Not too bad for a 1 terabyte NVMe drive. Okay, so next up, let's get to our AIO bracket. So we'll set this aside. I always like to install the AIO bracket while we have the motherboard here on the table. So let's do that next. Best defense in the league that year. Yeah, Peyton was awful. It was one of those times where, like, I truly felt bad for, like, the younger generation. So imagine if you were, like, a young kid at the age where, like, this is the first year that, like, you remember. Like, 20 years from now, the first football year you remember. What if it was the year that Peyton was on the Broncos and he was awful? That's all you're going to have to remember him by. And you're like, for your entire life, you're going to hear about how good Peyton Manning was. And you only remember when he looked atrocious that last season with Broncos. And the reason why that conversation, like, I always think about it, is because Michael Jordan, I never, like, consciously remember seeing Jordan on the Bulls. I only remember Michael Jordan from, put the camera on me, I only remember him playing on the Wizards. I don't remember before that. So, like, as a kid, I remember growing up thinking, like, dude, people were, like, overrating Jordan. Like, I watched him play on live TV. Like, he did not look good. And, like, that's the same thing that's gonna happen for young kids with Peyton, which is wild. So I felt bad, like, being in the moment seeing that. But he was throwing ducks for sure. It was bad. All right, let's take a look at this AIO for the first time. So, all black, super clean radiator. As far as the pump goes, it is it's way thicker than I thought it would be, or higher. The height. Oh wow, that thermal paste is right there, not covered. But it looks good. It looks good. It's gonna match our aesthetic pretty well. We got the black and, like, gunmetal style. It does come pre-installed with the AIO tubes, which is pretty cool. And yeah, that's what the aesthetic looks like. Not too bad, but we are gonna have to take care of this because, oh, never mind. It did come with this. It just popped off. Okay, we gotta protect our thermal paste right there. So let's put that aside and let's start working on this bracket real quick. That boy's thick. Yeah, it was way thick. Look at this picture. This is not the vibe that I was getting. That looks much thinner, much shorter. Alright. Is an i3-10100F and an RX 6600 a gaming combo? I'm building based on your... Yeah, it's a good combo. It's solid. It's solid. I like that. There's nothing that can compete with that. Now, the only... No, I don't want to confuse you. Yeah, it's a good combo. It's a good combo. At that price point of like a $60 cooler, or I'm sorry, a $60 CPU, like, or not 60, it's like 70 realistically. You're just not gonna beat it. Painful to 10, but he says deep cool AIO pumps are always. I know. As soon as I saw it, I was like, wow, this is very typical deep cool. I was thinking the exact same thing. Okay, so this is all of our hardware. We don't need the fans for right now. Let's take a look at this. Please give me black or at least gunmetal brackets. Nope. Look, Deep Cool did the same thing. I see the unpainted bracket right there. That's unfortunate, man. I don't know why they continue to do that. I mean, I can guess that it's to save money, or maybe enough people just haven't complained about it. But again, it's like these big, beefy brackets that are unpainted metal. And unless if that's the color scheme you're trying to go for, it's not going to match. We also do not... Oh, we do. We have an instruction booklet. My combo is the 10400F and 3060. Yeah, that's a great combo as well. That's super solid. I don't know how much the total build is, man. If you type in !point build, you can see the full parts list and come up with it. But most of my builds here on Thirsty Thursday, I'm not like setting a strict hard budget like I do for YouTube videos. Like we're just trying to build something, man. I got to do a pre-roll ad on this AIO, so I need to build complete for that. And then I also wanted to test out this case that Azza sent over. Azza? I don't know how to say that. Painful to 10 says maybe the pump hides more of the bright. That's true. That's true. That could happen. Okay, so what are we doing for AMD here? AMD, we need these brackets. I would have liked to see the bags labeled. I complain about this every time. It doesn't make sense when you have all these little accessory bags when AIOs don't at least label them, like AM4, LGA 1200, LGA 1700, blah, blah, blah. That's annoying. Okay, so we're removing that. We're twisting on these bad boys. Okay, let's get that far. All right, where's our motherboard? Painful to know, 10 says also only the AMD bracket on their other pumps actually shows really, really bad. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll find out. Rocking that 5900X, 6900 XT is a tad overkill, but I like it. Very nice. It's fine. You're allowed to be overkill. If that's what you want to spend money on, go for it, man. Absolutely. 3600 and RTX 3050, good combo? No. I don't think I would ever recommend the 3050. I mean, like, if that's what you have, then enjoy it. But the 3050, like, if you're planning a build, the 3050 is most likely not going to make sense. Because you can get much better value on the AMD side of things. But again, if you have that combo right now, then enjoy it. The 3050, like, in a vacuum, it's still a decent GPU. It's not like it's garbage. It's just the pricing usually doesn't make sense. Yo, currently 4 a.m. here in Italy. What's up, man? Thank you very much for tuning in ultra late. Much appreciated. Doc says 3050 at full price is dookie. Yeah, and I mean, it's not like you're going to find good deals on a 3050. But again, if you have it, just enjoy it. The cheapest 3050 is like 300. Yeah, exactly. You can get a 6600 XT for that. And the difference, it's so sad. The difference between a 3050 and a 6600 XT, it laps it. It's not like it's not a comparison. You don't compare the 3050 with the 6600 XT. It laps it, and they're the same price. Nvidia's low end just doesn't make any sense right now, and the 3060 doesn't make sense. The 3060 makes sense for flippers because there is that perceived value of having an RTX graphics card. Most people don't know that you can get much better value buying a 6600 XT as opposed to the 3060, like a casual person that would be buying a pre-built PC. But the 3050 is like in a league of its own, below that, you know. Yeah, Nvidia cards are still too high. Yeah. Okay. All right, we got that. Now we need to install this. I think we're done. Oh, sorry, you weren't seeing that. All I did was install these screws into the back plate that the motherboard came with after I uninstalled those bridges. So I think it's time to get our pump out here, and I think we're going to be installing the actual brackets. Yeah, so we need 4 of these screws. $2060 KO has been around 200 to 210 lately, but I don't. Yeah, the 6 gigabytes of VRAM. I mean, that's fine. That's fine for a 2060. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much value the 2060 still has today for flips. I don't know how much people value that. That's a good question. Or, I mean, you didn't ask a question, but it's a good question in my head. I don't know how valuable the 2060 is for flips right now. Okay, so what are we doing here? Tubes here. So we're gonna grab these guys. Oops, sorry, you guys can't really see that. And it looks like this is gonna go slide in like this. Oh, it doesn't slide. You just drop the screw in there. That's not a great design. It's not a great design at all. This doesn't stay. Okay. Yeah, budget personal build 2060. Yeah, that's a good choice. As long as you don't overpay for it, that's a good choice. It's really hard answering all these questions, not knowing like what people's goals are with the build. Like it's such a different game if you're talking about a flip or a personal build. So sorry if I answer the question in the wrong perspective. All right, so that's in like that. Where's the other one? This one's gonna go like this. This is pretty simple so far. Nothing too crazy. And then we should just be able to use the 4 thumb screws right there, and then that'll be the whole installation job. That's not too bad. I do like the full thermal paste application. We still see AIOs with like just that little circle in there sometimes, so I like to see the full coverage on that. I want to build a PC for around $800. Any suggestion? So for $800, you could definitely get Intel 12th gen. So I would guess, this is off the top of my head, and I've been on vacation, so my brain's not fully there, but I would aim for Intel 12th gen and like a 6600 XT. I don't know if you could get a 6650 XT in there, maybe somewhere around there. It depends if you can get a, or if you want to go with a 12100F, or if you want to squeeze in a 12400F, get a little bit less GPU, that would work as well. Somewhere around that Intel 12th gen and 6600 XT, 6650 XT. Somewhere around that range for $800. Would you guys agree? Are we all on the same page on that one? Somewhere around there. All right, so that's it for the AIO installation. The last thing we got to do is just use the 4 thumb screws, like I said. We'll save those for once we install the radio. Oh, no, we got to install the fans. I forgot about the fans. We definitely want to install the fans now before it gets too late. Okay. 12400 plus 6600 XT, definitely doable. Yeah, that's right where I'm at. Immortal says 12100, 6600 XT. It depends on how much money you want to spend on aesthetics. You know, you might not be able to fit the 12400 if you're spending a lot of money on RGB products, a good case, you know, tier A, tier B power supply. That might cut into the budget a little bit, but Intel 12th gen, i3, i5, 6600 XT, somewhere around there. Yeah. Doc says, I just did a 12400 and 6650 XT for 900. Yep. Yep, right there. Okay. Right around there. The move is definitely 12th gen Intel unless you have a B550 laying around. Well, yeah, of course. Not gonna lie, if you want AMD and you can wait, I would. Next gen is around the corner. I don't have any faith in. No, I don't agree with that, Mark. I would agree with that if you're putting together a $1,500 system. If you want to wait for the new AMD CPUs next month, then yeah, I think that's a good call. Or I mean, they're being announced next week, but not for budget. Not for budget to mid-range. I don't have any trust in them. The pricing of AMD 5000 series was not what we're accustomed to with Ryzen. So especially after the shortage, especially with still worldwide supply chain issues and whatnot, I don't think AMD 7000 series is going to have attractive pricing for something that's going to beat a 12100F. I don't have faith in them right now. I think they're more worried right now about they want the Ryzen 7s to beat 12700Ks, like around that mid to higher and price point. I don't think they're going to release. I could be wrong. Definitely 100% could be wrong. But I don't think they're going to be competitive. That 12100 is nasty. That price of performance is just absolutely nasty. Okay, where are we at here? We're done with that. We're done with that. We don't need this. Oh yeah, we want to do the fans real quickly. So I'm gonna have the radiator like this. I'm still a tubes front kind of guy. I don't think I've ever built with the tubes in this position. So we're gonna do the tubes front, and we'll install the 2 fans right here on our radiator. Finisty $300 Ryzen 5 6 core. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I am not confident on their Ryzen 3 and Ryzen 5 pricing at all. Painful 10 Biddy says, last message, my bad. Painful 10 Biddy says, top and bottom brackets are different. Does it matter which is top and which is bottom? Top and bottom brackets are different? Oh, shoot. I messed that up. Oh, maybe I didn't. No, I was following the instructions. I never noticed that. Wait, what? That doesn't look right at all. They are different brackets. Did I mess that up? Let's look at the instructions. I don't think I messed it up because I was actually following the instructions on that. But that is very weird. Oh my goodness. I don't know how you catch things like that. Okay. No, I don't think I did mess that up. That's so weird. Okay, there we go. AMD, there we go. So it says 2, no, I didn't. Like, I followed it how the instructions say. It's just weird. That's so weird. Look how drastically different they are. That's so weird. Yeah, no, that'll work. We're definitely going to see that, though. But no, that's what the instructions say, so I think we're good. All right, so this is how the orientation of the... Oh, this is a cool fan setup. This is the... whatever they call it. Like, not wireless, but... the... I can't think of what the term is. My brain's not working, but that's pretty cool. So we'll have it... yeah, we'll have it like this. Like that. Okay. And we'll just install this on the radiator. That way we don't have to do this whenever we're installing the radiator into the case. This will make things much easier. Daisy chain. Yeah, daisy chain. Thank you. Wow, my brain is not... my brain's a little off. Not off, just slow. A little slow. Oh, okay, maybe I am off. Just a little slow. But yeah, these look clean. These look super clean. Like this boxy style look to them. And I am going to go with the exhausting up through the top. I don't think you would be able to do anything else. Like we had the discussion about the full mesh side panel, but you're not going to be able to convince me that it's a good idea to intake from the top just because of dust. So we'll have it like this. What's retail in that cooler? I'm not sure. I want to say it was like 160, but my brain could be thinking of something else that I just looked up. I'm sure you can just look, find it on like Amazon or Newegg right now. I want to give my rig a makeover. It's an 11400F and 3070 Ti and a 4000D airflow. I mean, you do you, but I would recommend not doing a rig makeover until all of the next gen stuff is out. Until AMD releases their new CPUs, until Intel releases their new CPUs, until NVIDIA releases their new graphics cards. Did I say that right, NVIDIA? I would wait. You have a really nice system with the 11400F and 3070 Ti. I would not feel the need to upgrade that anytime soon. But if you are going to do a quick upgrade like that, I would at least wait. Because in order for it to be a meaningful upgrade, you're going to buy something extremely high-end. And that's where it makes sense to wait a little bit longer to see all the new stuff. Zach, where can I buy that screwdriver? It was on Amazon. I don't know what brand it is, but I bought a bunch of black and red tools for Thirsty Thursday specifically because we're all about the aesthetics over everything here, all the way down to the tools, you know? So we gotta... Oh, here's the screwdriver right here. This, whatever this is. There's the model number. There you go. It comes with both this screwdriver, this aesthetic screwdriver, and this one. I honestly bought them purely off aesthetics. And the reviews weren't terrible, so we're good to go. I basically just want a new case and different colored extensions. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that you can do whenever. For sure. My bad. I thought you were talking about performance. Is the 6600 a good match for the 3700X? It's a weird match. It's fine, but it's weird. Like if you have if you have those components now, that's fine. But like I wouldn't plan a build around that. Like if you're gaming, then you would be able to rebalance that budget a little bit and like unless if you found a really good deal on a 3700X, I would spend more money on the GPU instead of all that money on the CPU. You know, just it's a weird combo. But again, if you have it or if you can find a really good deal on it, then go for it. But it's not like that's not a combo I would recommend hunting. You know what I mean? Oh, you say I'm upgrading my GPU? The CPU is fine? Okay, yeah. So you already have your 3700X. Then yeah, I mean, I would get as high of the amount of money you want to spend. It's just gonna come down to that. If you want to spend a little bit more money, get the 6600 XT, then go for that. You know, just don't go too far. Make sure that your 3700X can handle whatever. But I mean, those two, it'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, I would do the same. Just keep your 3700X. That's why I always give the disclaimer, because I never know what type of situation people are in. And in your situation, if you only want to spend around 6600 level of budget, then yeah, go for it. That combo will be fine. By the way, that message was for PC. My dad told me he wouldn't buy me PC unless it's for work only. I don't know what you're saying. I missed that. Painful Attempty says, a side thought on what you said about Ryzen 7000 not being for budget is that 7000 series won't support DDR4. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, it's a great point. 7000 is not going to have the multiple motherboard options. They're only going DDR5. Won't support DDR4 at all for a while. Intel will just be cheap choice. Yeah, that's another really good point too. Yeah, because we got to remember that, because like the only reason, well, not the only reason, but it is a huge advantage of 12100F systems that you're still not paying DDR5 prices for it. Yeah, for sure. Who's QB for the Steelers? Right now, it's Mitch Trubisky. He's number 1. They have Rudolph at 2 and Pickett at 3, but we're all like, there's an actual chance that Pickett starts week 1, which I didn't think would be the case. But he's having an excellent preseason and training camp right now, and Trubisky's doing decent, but Pickett's actually doing better, and a lot of people are making the case for Pickett starting week 1. So we shall see, but we don't know yet. Okay, wow, I'm getting extremely sidetracked here. So our radiator is fully installed, prepped, and ready to, oh, there goes my screwdriver, ready to go. So we can put that aside. Again, I was like prepping that as much as possible. And now the last thing we got to prep before we start putting all the Lego pieces together is our power supply. And for the 10th and final time, this is the EVGA 750 GT. This is not a power supply that I specifically hunted for this CPU and GPU combo. I just got a really good deal on 10 of these. This is the 10th one that I'm using, and I'm glad that it's almost, I mean, they're great power supplies, but I'm just sick of the same disclaimer over and over again. So we're going to prep this with our modular cables and the cable extensions, and then we'll be able to start putting everything in the case. Painful gifted out a tier 3 sub. Oh, that's his wife. Thank you very much, Painful family. Much appreciated. Hopefully all is well. Thank you very much for the tier 3 gifted sub. That's obnoxious. Diehard Steelers fan here. I like you. Someone promote him. That's what's up. Okay. Let's get our, so the cables that we'll need for this build. We're going to need some 24-pin action. We're going to need some 8-pin CPU action. Our graphics card is going to require some, I think just a single 8-pin, right? What's the 6600 XT require? I think it's a single 8-pin. I could be wrong on that. Is it a, well, I don't think it matters. I don't think we have any single 8-pins. We just have 2. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. I'll say it again. What do you do to earn money? I can't work anymore because my age and all the stores near me are banks or full-time jobs. So working in like fast food or whatever isn't going to happen. I have $40. Drop me ideas. What's wrong with working full-time jobs? or fast food? If you want like some quick cash, like now's a really good time to find a job. Like literally everywhere is hiring, and they're hiring way more money than 5 years ago. Like gas stations and fast food places and what, they're hiring at like $18 an hour. It's ridiculous. I would do that. That's what I would do. And that doesn't need to be full time. You can do that for a couple hours. Painful with the prediction. Will he make the first shot of the day? That's actually a really good prediction. If you guys are brand new here, we got a custom 1-of-1 ZTT basketball hoop over there. And your boy hasn't shot a basket in this hoop. Now, granted, I was playing basketball today at 4:30 a.m., which is why I'm exhausted. So I have been playing basketball today, but I haven't shot a shot into this hoop in like a month. So make your prediction now. I want to see some big time channel point bets on here. I'm just going to let you know, if you're interested in making some more channel points, then I would vote yes, because your boy doesn't miss. If this is your first time actually on the Thirsty Thursday live stream, just know I've missed one time in the history of Thirsty Thursday. This is a super easy shot. I never miss. That's where I would put your money. Painful Tempity says, I gave 5 minutes. Let's get some big bets in there. Yeah, much appreciated. That's actually a great time for a bathroom break. So you guys vote if I'm going to make that basketball shot. I will be right back. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, get another beer, and then we're going to keep building after I drain this basketball shot. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, where are we at channel point wise? Wow, very even. 10K on making it, 10K on missing it. Oh, okay. All right. That's what's up. Epic Hawk Raid with the 10 viewers. What's up, Epic? How you doing? Thank you very much. That was a terrible time to raid. I just went to the bathroom. I'm sorry. But thank you very much for bringing the crew over here. That's what's up. Much appreciated. What were you guys up to over there? Zach, what time is it there? It's 4:30 a.m. It's only 10:30, but it feels like 4:30 because, again, I've been up since 4:30 a.m., so I'm extremely exhausted right now. But yeah, if you guys are brand new here, please make sure you're not going to have any channel points to vote on. Never mind. I'm about to drain a basketball shot, and I'm seeing 11,000 channel points saying I'm going to miss it. You guys are all going to lose your channel points. I'm just saying you have no chance right now. You have no chance. But yeah, currently for the Raiders here, building a, I don't know, how much would you call this build, guys? This is like a $800, $900 gaming PC or so. We're just wrapping up we're starting the power supply prep, and then we're gonna start putting the Lego pieces together. Just playing Valorant. Hope you have a great night. Yeah, thank you very much for the raid, man. That's what's up. Hustle King with the 10 biddy says, you got this, bro. Dude, I don't need it. Oh, it's already over. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is it. No, never mind. Let's check out who's hating on us tonight. What do we got here? Prediction. We got 48%. Wow, that's the most even bet we've ever done. 5.9 thousand channel points from Billy Bob saying I'm gonna miss it. All right, Billy Bob, I see you. And we got a 6,000 vote from SD Rager. Appreciate the confidence. That's what's up. But sorry, Billy Bob Joe. I actually don't have any sympathy for you. Because again, I don't miss. Although I was playing real basketball today, so my shot does feel a little rusty here with, you know, the fake hoop. All right, here we go. I told you, man. I don't have any sympathy. Billy Bob Joe, you can sit down. Okay, everyone else, 11K channel points, sit down. Can't see the hoop. You could see that. I drained it after it hit the backboard and the rim like 3 or 4 times. Drained it. You can see it. I don't want to hear any excuses. Sounded good? You're welcome. Everyone that just doubled up on channel points, you're welcome. I got you covered. Now I need a beer. Made my points back. What are you talking about? Shauner thinks he's the only person that couldn't see it. The whole Twitch chat is watching a different camera angle. Shauner's camera angle, he can't see it though. I'm still net positive on doubting. Ban him. Lucky bounce? No, it's called spin. It's called action. Okay. It's all about the touch. It's all about the follow through. You guys saw the follow through on that, right? RWC with a 14 biddy says the hoop was a paid actor. It is what it is, man. We run a tight ship over here. Painful with the 10 biddy says rigged hoop, clearly. Hustle King with the 10. Oh, no, I already read that one. Thank you. SD Rager with the $3 tip. You know, feeling good about winning the channel points, and then he's got the $3 tip. Says, let's go. Only if you can. We'll check me out on Jawa. Sick builds by SD Rager. Check him out right now. Let's see what he's got. We're gonna check it out in front of how many people we got. Oh my god, 750,000 people watching this stream. What am I doing with my life? Okay, let's get the keyboard real quick. Let's check out his builds, and then we're gonna build my own. Oh, although hold the phone. Where did the keyboard go? Did I lose it? Oh no, it's right here. SD Rager. SD1 Rager on Jawa. Can I just type that in Google and it works? No. That's unfortunate. All right. Let's go to Jawa real quick. Check this out. All right. SD1. I was just looking at builds today because I was going to write the Zach's Friday feature. There we go. Sick builds by SD1 Rager. Let's check them out real quick, and then we're going to get back to my own build. All right, he's got 3 builds for sale. 1 has currently sold with no rating. Questionable move there. All right, he's got an $1,100 build, a $1,000 build, and a $550 build. Let's take a look at this one. $550. He says, I'm selling this for below break-even price. My asking price is literally hundreds less than how much I paid for all the new parts. It's a really great deal. What do we got here? Ryzen 5 3600. 6500 X. Well, that's why you're not selling it. B550. Yeah. Crucial Ballistics. 1 terabyte NVMe drive. Okay, so here's what I would do with this build. I'm being dead serious. Hold on. I have further comments. Hold on. Let me get my thoughts together. So the first thing I would do, I like the cable extensions for sure. So here's what I would do. I would start over on this build. I wouldn't try to sell this build like this, because if it does sell, yeah, you're absolutely going to pay. You're going to lose money on that. You spent way too much. Like, you got the B550 in there. That's unnecessary. It's a micro ATX motherboard. So like these floating cables here, that's also unnecessary. You got to put some vinyl action on the power supply, a couple aesthetic things like that. But the 6500 XT is what's holding that system back. The 3600 compare with a much better CPU or GPU, and even the casual audience knows that the 6500 XT is not a good purchase. So I would pull out the 6500 XT, either buy or use a different graphics card. You can even go more high-end and make this a more expensive build if you take care of it aesthetically. And then I would honestly debate about taking out that B550 as well. Like, I don't know what your cash flow is looking like here, but the micro ATX motherboard with all these floating cables here in the ATX case doesn't look right as well. But yeah, and then just the small touch-ups, like I said, with the PSU. The PSU action, you can either just remove that EVGA sticker, or you can put some vinyl action, which we're literally about to do in a couple minutes. Tune up the RGBs so you actually have a color scheme going on, and you can sell it. It has good bones. It's just not a good GPU choice, and you're leaving some aesthetic details behind. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully that helped. That's not me trolling. That's me actually just trying to help, just for the record. Thank you for the $3 super chat. Or $3 tip. Omnius Medic with the tempity says, I've missed a few streams. Our daughter was born on the 13th, so I've been pretty busy, dude. Congrats, man. That's what's up. Oh, hey, did you know that the neighbor's daughter was born? Yeah, they got balloons out, and I saw them driving with their dog. Aww. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. I should have told you. Sorry, I forgot. They're gonna be home soon. Andy with the Twitch Prime sub. But yeah, congrats again, Omnius. That's wild. I'm sure you're not sleeping. Andy with the Twitch Prime sub, come back for 8 months, says, am I late? Yeah, just a touch. Just an hour and 38 minutes late. No big deal. No big deal. You're fine. Hey, Zach, thanks to you, I built my budget PC for $650. Nice. What parts did you have? What's the CPU and GPU combo? Oh, you're liquidating at this point? I had to do B550 for PCIe 4. That's why the 6500 XT is just, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Yeah. No matter what, I would at least aesthetically clean it up. If you're ever gonna do a micro ATX motherboard in a ATX case, I'm officially in the camp. Unless if there's something weird. I'm officially in the camp now, which I haven't always been, of routing your HD audio, USB 2.0, and then the power connector, LED connectors and whatnot. I would route those underneath the motherboard instead of having them come up from the bottom of the case, because those cables that look like they're just like hanging on for dear life with like 4 inches of visibility, it just doesn't look good, man. It looks like the motherboard's kind of floating in there, and I would change that up at least. And then again with that PSU sticker, just do the aesthetic stuff as well. It'll sell. Hawk with the tier 1 sub, thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. My mom has an old Dell Optiplex. What game could I run without a GPU? I can't afford one. Well, I have no idea what the CPU RAM situation is. No idea, but probably the the esport titles and all that stuff, but probably not much more. Okay, and then sorry, we are like super far falling behind. We're already at our second hype train and we don't even have the case out yet. All right, here's our power supply. Thank you guys very much for the second hype train of the day, by the way. Creative name with the tier 1 resub, come back for 11 months, 1 month away from the full color ZTT badge. Says, I wouldn't pay more than $120 for a 6500 XT personally. An RX 480 can easily be had for less than $100, and you won't have to worry about PCIe Gen 4. I don't know about the pricing of the 480s, so I would question you on that. But yeah, I mean, either way, you're right. The 6500 XT is just, I have one. I still have one. I have one from the video that I made, and I don't know. I can't come up with a build that makes sense. The only time I'm going to be able to use, I'm going to give it away because I don't know what to do with it. Like, there's just no build combination where you're getting PCIe Gen 4 and the price makes sense for a 6500 XT. It just doesn't make sense anymore. It made a lot of sense. Well, it did make a lot of sense, but it was actually good. It was actually a viable option when it first launched, like I said, just because of the pricing of everything else was awful. But now it just, I can't think of I cannot think of a build where it makes sense. It's really tough. RWC with 20 biddies says, choo choo, let's go. Thank you very much for the level 2 hype train, aka the second hype train of the night. Sean with 24 biddies says, yesterday was Mamba Day. Yeah, I know. I didn't realize that till today that it was Mamba Day. I don't know if I had like my head down. I was living under a rock yesterday or what, but yeah, I was kind of sad that I missed that. Like, did something happen? Like, was there like a memorial or anything? I don't know if I missed any like major news about it. Although I think the Vanessa thing was settled yesterday, right? Her lawsuit for like the photos and whatnot. Was that settled yesterday on Mamba Day? I'm really behind on that stuff. I found a Ryzen 7 1800 for $50. I'd buy that. 1800X, yeah. What GPU should I get? I have a Ryzen 5 or a Radeon R5 240 and a 290 watt power supply and an i5 4590. You could get a 1050 Ti that doesn't require external power. I would definitely just go with a card that doesn't require external power, like a 1050 Ti. I don't think the 1650. Maybe a 1050 would be more appropriate. Something like that. 1050 Ti. Somewhere around there. Without external power required. The way I configured it with a PCIe 4, whoever buys this getting slightly better than... Yeah. Yeah, this 6500 XT is just a tough sell. And the problem with it is when you're selling it to even the casual audience, most people have at least heard something negative about the 6500 XT. And if they haven't, then they just ask their friend who does somewhat know something about building PCs, and they say, hey, this PC has a 6500 XT in it. What do you know about it? Chances are they're not going to explain the whole PCIe Gen 3 versus Gen 4 situation. And they're just going to be like, it's a bad GPU. And like, that's going to completely remove the chance of your entire build selling. So it's just, it's not good for flips. It's not good at all. Painful Tempity says, Meowton has an emote even I don't have. Did I miss it? Where? Which one? Oh, wait, you don't have that emote? Why don't you have that emote? You should have that. I think everybody has that. Oh, you're not tier 3. Oh, that's the tier 3 one. Oh, wow. Painful isn't tier 3 sub? I guess not. I thought he was tier 3. Wow. I thought he was a fan. Yeah, I did. Wow, I didn't even remember that was tier 3 only. Okay, we're gonna roll through this. We gotta get going here, guys. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, VGA, plugging that in now. We'll do our cable extensions as well. We have 2 vinyl options that we're gonna need to decide on as well, but we'll talk about that once the extensions are done. Painful Intensity says, I'm only tier 2. My wife is the only tier 3. I guess she is your only real fan. Well, yeah, I mean, I thought you were a real fan, so pardon me on that one. My fault. And then let's get our GPU out and verify the Power situation. SD1 Rager with the $1 tip again. Thank you very much. Says, you're a budget baller build legend, bro. Wow, I read that wrong. You're a budget baller build. Oh, wait, I did read that right. Wow. You're a budget baller build legend, bro. Appreciate the input. I got you, man. Thank you very much for the support. Okay. So this is our graphics card. Single 8-pin. The Gigabyte Gaming RX 6600 XT. And this is what it looks like. Trying to match the gunmetal aesthetic that we're going for here today. This entire build is like black and like some shade of silver, gray, gunmetal. I think all together it's going to look pretty solid. Individual pieces aren't like 100% lined up, but I think as a whole it'll be pretty solid. Like, see, these are a little bit different. Actually, on camera they look, oh wait, no, that is pretty similar. Okay, never mind. Oh wow, wow, that is very similar. Okay, that looks pretty good actually. Okay, better than I thought. But yeah, just the 8-pin connector, so we'll be good on that. All right, so we need the 24-pin. We need a single 8-pin, and we need an 8-pin CPU. And then we're going to be using the all black cable combs. Boom. Anonymous becoming our first gifted gold of the night. Gifted now tier 1 sub to Illusion. Anonymous, I don't know who you are, but thank you very much. Much appreciated. Let's go. Hustle King with another 10 video says, waiting on parts for my next build, 1200F with the 6600. Thoughts? Yeah, it's a perfect combo. It's a perfect combo. Good price to, well, it depends on everything else in there. It depends on how much you spend on aesthetics and all that. I can't really answer that. But yeah, guys, I recommend the 12100 and 6600, 6600 XT a lot. There's nothing, there's no competition. There's no competition at that price range at all. How much is tier 3? I think it's $25 a month. Yeah, the 12100, like, if you're not in the know, like, you probably don't comprehend how the 12100 makes everything else at that price point not make sense. Like, there's like if I'm building a brand new PC between $600, 600 is a little tough. Because $600, like, you're squeezing a 6600 in there. But anywhere from 600 to 1,000, like, there is nothing that I would consider other than Intel 12th gen. 600 to 700, 800 for the 12100 specifically. You know, 12400, 12400F for the a little bit higher. Painful Tempedes. Zach, have you ever messed with 3D printers? I have not. All right, we're just going to do these cable combs real quickly. I have not, but I'm always waiting for an excuse to buy one. If I can think of, like, an aesthetic upgrade for PCs that I can do, like, on a somewhat consistent basis that doesn't require a ton of, like, modeling time, printing time, and, like, if I can come up with a good business reason to get a 3D printer, I will be all about it. My email inbox is just full of people that want to send 3D printers, so I can very easily get one for free. But B, like, I want to, like, make some personal stuff with it, but, like, not enough for me to, like, spend the money on it. And I like playing with cool technology, so I want one. But just nothing has convinced me to get one yet. Mark with a 10 bit, he says custom cable combs. Okay. 3D printer it is. That's a done deal. All right. No further discussion required. I'll reply back. I'll reply back to one of them. My goodness. Wow, I did not go into that conversation expecting a grade A answer.
How could you never think of that?
I don't know. I gotta do it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why have I not tried that before? That's ridiculous. You could get your own back plates. That'd be tough. That'd be tough. I don't think that would look good. Like the 3D printed, like, plasticky look, that might look a little cheap. My printer breaks every week. Yeah, see, I would not, for 3D printing, I would not go down the, I mean, I have no idea which one you have, but for me personally, I would definitely, like, spend the money on a 3D printer. I wouldn't, like, get, like, one of those, like, $100 DIY, like the printers that you build yourself and whatnot. Like, I would spend the money and get something robust, because I have no interest in, like, building 3D printers is a hobby in its own, you know, upgrading, modding 3D printers and all that. Like, that's a whole separate hobby. I have no interest in that. I just have interest in being able to, like, build stuff myself from a design. I think that's really, really cool. I think a backplate would be worth a shot. It would be, no, it would definitely be worth a shot, because, like, we could build the backplate and then maybe do some vinyl action on it. Yeah, it would definitely be worth a shot. Just that it's not a good enough idea for me to buy a 3D printer, but I think the cable combs are, so that I will do the backplate. Oh, and then just as a reminder, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot to announce this earlier. Next Thirsty Thursday, if you guys aren't tracking the latest news around the PC building community, we are doing the 1-year Jawa anniversary tomorrow. Or, I'm sorry, next Thursday, where the PC that we built the parts list for on the live stream a couple of weeks ago, to celebrate Jawa's 1-year anniversary, we are going to be building the PC just like normal on Thirsty Thursday. And as soon as the PC is done and it turns on, we're going to be giving it away to somebody. So please, whatever you do, make sure you sign up for the Jawa giveaway first, and then that you attend, because I think you're going to have to be here for the live stream in order to win the PC. I'm not 100% sure if that's set in stone, but we're going to be doing the roll. Amanda, the CEO, is going to be here at the live stream. We're also going to be having some guest appearances from some other YouTubers. They'll be stopping by, you know, giving their thoughts on Jawa and everything. And it's going to be a really fun time. So be on the lookout for next week's Thirsty Thursday episode. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, make sure you go sign up for that. All right, I'm just finishing up these cable combs. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people entering for the PC. So just like every giveaway, don't make any life plans assuming that you're going to win the PC. Chances are you're not going to win. Giveaway odds are always very, very low. But there is a chance. Okay, cable combs are done. Let's install these onto our connectors real quickly. And then we need to make a decision on the vinyl wrap real quickly as well. So we got that. We got our 24 pin. Just like that. And then our VGA. We got to install as well. Okay, so here's where I could use some input. So this is the color of our cable extensions. We got the gray and the black here. This is the graphics card. Gray and black as well. A little bit darker gray. And then our case, which is probably the most important decision here. This is the color of the case. It's a little bit more silvery, but the vibe is still there with the black and like gunmetal. So that's the color scheme. Which vinyl wrap do we go with? I got them both pre-cutted. Do we go with black or like gunmetal? Which one do you guys think would look better? Black or gunmetal? This one might come with a wrinkle as well. But we do have the vinyl cutout for this case. So to go with black carbon fiber or the gunmetal. This is what the gunmetal looks like next to the graphics card. A little off. And then this is what it looks like compared to the extensions, which is like pretty much pitch perfect. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking? Gunmetal or black? Black is definitely a safe choice. We obviously can't go wrong with that. I'm just debating if we should go down the gunmetal route or not. Tim, first time chatting Twitch, says, I say go with black. I'm seeing gunmetal, 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 gunmetal. Wow. A lot of people are liking gunmetal. Either or is the move. Poll up for the vinyl. Thank you, Shauner. Yeah. The poll's over on Twitch, guys. Gunmetal or black? What am I... Let's go to... Let's get some... We're gonna have to rely on some expert advice here. Shauner, can I get your vote, please? Oh, Shauner says gunmetal. Mark says gunmetal. Do we got Painful in here? Is Painful still here? Gunmetal. A lot of people are saying gunmetal. Black may be hard to see through the mesh. Oh yeah, that's a real yeah. Well, I mean, it's fine. Like it would still be okay. But yeah, I forgot about the mesh. The mesh, actually, the mesh might help. The mesh might hide the like slight difference in the shade of gunmetal here. It might actually help. Gunmetal. Black is a repeat. You guys thinking gunmetal? Okay, 90% on gunmetal. It's not even close. All right, we're good. I mean, if you're not going to use the gunmetal for this, what would you use it for? It's an extremely valid point. That's an extremely valid point. All right. Gunmetal it is. Yeah, 90% on gunmetal. Not even close. I feel dumb for asking. My fault. My apologies. Gunmetal to balance all the black. I mean, there's not a lot of black. Everything is gunmetal. Our GPU, our extensions, our look at our motherboard. Our motherboard is gunmetal. Look at all that gunmetal color. Our AIO is gunmetal. The RAM is the RAM is the only part that's all black. Everything else is gunmetal and black. There's not it's not like black heavy. 92% gunmetal. I just started following you on Twitch, but I've been following YouTube for a while. Thanks for stopping over here, Tim. Much appreciated, man. First time chat from Otis. Wow, he's got a paragraph over here. Oh, boy. I'm going to read it. First time chatter, you know, coming in, looking for some advice. I'm going to do my best, but damn, that's a paragraph. All right. Let's make a good first impression on the first time chatter. He says, building a new system. Already have a 5800X, 1000-watt power supply, and everything but the GPU. Don't really feel like waiting on the 40 series and all the games they play and bugs. Got my eye on the EVG 3090 Ti hybrid or 3090 Ti ultra air cooled, coming from a 7700K and a 1080. I think I would be more than happy for another 5 to 6 years. Thoughts, advice? I think you're exactly right. You're going to be happy for another 5 to 6 years. If you've been using the 7700K and the 1080 for that long, then something like a 3090 Ti and a 5800X is definitely going to last you for a long time. I would urge you, well, I wouldn't like heavily urge you, but at this point, with you spending that much money, I don't hate the play of waiting for 40 series. Now, if you really don't want to do that, then 3090 Ti, that's your best option. I've never been a big fan of the hybrid cards. Like, I think it's a little unnecessary. I would like when you're spending that kind of money, that much money, if you're getting 3090 Ti performance, no matter which card you get, you're getting 3090 Ti performance. So I would make the most aesthetically appropriate choice. But that's just obviously how my brain processes that. So get whichever one you think will look the best in your build specifically. I wouldn't get too hung up on like the hybrid, given a few extra lower degrees on your temperatures or whatnot. Like, I don't really think that's a big deal. But yeah, I think A, yeah, you should go for it. But B, if I would throw the vote of waiting for 40 series. That would be my vote, but it's not a like, if you don't want to, then it's not a terrible move either way. Hopefully that was helpful. Do you know where to get a $200 gaming PC? Well, you're not going to buy one. I wouldn't try to buy one. I would try to build one. And I would watch my videos on how to do that. All right, here we go. We're going to install this gunmetal here. Going to remove our EVGA 750 GT sticker. Pretty sure there's another sticker on the back. There is, so we don't need to keep this one. I haven't explained this for a while, but whenever I do remove these vinyl stickers, if your power supply doesn't have that sticker on the back, which a lot of them don't, I would just go ahead and install this on the back side. That way you can still see it from the rear side of your case, like whenever you open up that back panel. But whenever you have both, you don't need to keep that. You're good to go. Okay, so this is already pre-cut. I am a little bit worried about this crease, but if it doesn't look good, then we can always just heat gun it real quick later. But let me switch this non-playlist music here real quickly. There we go. Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, no, he said he has everything other than the GPU, so he doesn't need a CPU recommendation, guys. Okay. Yeah, I think we are going to see this crease, but the cool thing about this vinyl is you can just heat gun it, and you basically can like start over from scratch every single time. It works amazing with a heat gun. Yeah, wow, this was pre-cut probably 6 months ago, this sheet. So it is not behaving properly, but we're gonna make it work. There we go. Oh, that crease might come out. Oh, I think it did. Yeah, that crease did come out. Check that out. Nice. This is why Vivid's the best, man. That's clean. That's real clean right there. Very nice. That will work. Probably won't see that little discrepancy there. Very cool. Okay, cool. Now our power supply is prepped and ready to go. Everything is prepped. We can actually finally start building a PC for once. Okay, let's get our motherboard out. Or, I'm sorry, our case. Let's start building. So one more final time, we'll give the quick tour. If you guys weren't here for the beginning, this is the AZA Aero 480. And this is a very unique design case because this side panel is all mesh. Really cool. Super unique. We're all kind of interested to see how the final build looks. It is certainly going to hide some of the aesthetic decisions that we made a little bit. But that could end up being a good thing because our gunmetal isn't 100% like dialed in color-wise. So this could make it look even better. But we're about to find out. So as far as the pre-cable management goes, pretty standard. Doesn't look like anything too helpful, honestly. Actually, it's not great. Let me zoom out this camera a little bit, that way you guys get the full picture here. So no cable channels or anything. We do have several spots for tying zip ties, although wait, there's, oh my goodness, wow, oh, okay. So I think they're trying to get you to route the cables over here because there's no room for any zip ties going down this center lane here, or even over towards, oh, you have some right there. But I think they want us to route the main cables going over that way, which is pretty interesting. But we have this super ugly cable mess, which we're not going to be able to do much with. We're going to, it's because of all the 4 pre-installed RGB fans. I'm just going to be plugging them in via SATA power. That way we can control them tonight instead of plugging them into the motherboard. But yeah, pretty standard so far. I'm gonna keep the 3.5-inch hard drive in there just so we can hide we can stuff some cables in there. But yeah, overall pretty minimal layout here. Nothing's really like standing out to me. Anything on this case so far. Hardware with 169 bit. He says Steelers 15-2 with a rookie QB. Sure. Well, yeah. Well, Hardware, you missed the whole conversation. The 15-2 is me being conservative. You know, there's a very real chance they go 17-0, but I don't want to be too biased. So, yeah, I mean, things could happen. Mistakes could be made. We could get injured a little bit. So realistically, probably closer to 15-2. Yeah, it's the Aza Aero 480. It's brand new. And shout out to Aza for... Aza? I'm not sure which one it is. But shout out to them for sending this out for a Thirsty Thursday build. We're getting more and more parts into the studio for Thirsty Thursday instead of just for YouTube channel videos. So I am super appreciative of that, because that is just direct profit for flipping these builds, and we get to try out brand new stuff. It's a ZA. Okay, a ZA. Okay. All right, our... What's it called? IO Shield is installed. We already have all of our... What's it called? Standoffs pre-installed. They look good to go. So we'll get our motherboard going in here. Ton of cables. Make sure we don't mess any of that up. That's looking good. Yeah, Hardware did miss the part where everyone's saying how much they hate the Cowboys. Pretty fun talk. You might need a 24-pin to 8-pin adapter. What are you talking about? Oh, for someone else's build, not for me. Cowboys for life. Get them out. Ban them. Get them out. All right, let's try to find some motherboard screws here. I think our screwdriver fell like an hour ago. Where did that go? There it is. F the Cowboys, says RWC. But see, RWC is a bandwagon fan. You can't really give any fan credit to RWC. He was a Patriots fan until the day Tom Brady left. And then no, he didn't become a Bucks fan. He became a Chiefs fan. Like there is no bigger definition of bandwagon than that. So he just can't. You can't take anything that he says about fandom seriously at all. Have you ever considered the AK400 for budget builds for a decent... Yeah, I've used the AK400. Yeah, they sent it over for a pre-roll ad, and we used it on a Thirsty Thursday build. It's solid. It's a good cooler. There was something I didn't like about it, though, aesthetically. The fins aren't painted on the AK400, correct? Like, it's a cool design, but I'm pretty sure the heatsink fins are still just all silver, which is no bueno for your boy, right? Am I right on that? Three more screws for the motherboard, and then we're good on this. Yeah, they're not painted. Yeah, that's a shame. The white version's painted. Yeah, they sent over the white AK620. Is that what the bigger version is? I still have to use that in the Thirsty Thursday build. They just emailed me like, hey, are you going to use this or what? I got to find a build that needs a huge, beefy white cooler, and that can only mean it's going to be in a super expensive build. So I got to play in one of those here in the next couple weeks. All right, there we go. Motherboard is installed. So let's start cable managing this now. This is going to be really important for this build to pre-cable manage these. All of these like case connectors and whatnot, because this is a really tough cable management. Well, it's not going to be tough, but it's going to be tough to make it like look what decent. So I'm going to just start pulling this stuff down now, because look at this rat's nest. This is for the RGB connection. Look at this. That part is just RGB right there. And then here we have more RGB stuff like this. This we want to cut. Okay, so we want to start with some cable management up here. I don't want to fall behind on the cable management, because this build the cables for this build can get out of hand very quickly. So let's just start up here, and then we'll get the bundle routed over here to the right or to the left side, like I was saying, because this is the only spot where they have the zip tie cable down, the zip tie anchor points down here. So we'll start managing it up here like that. Does it matter what motherboard I have? Yeah, I mean, your motherboard can play a huge role in your PC. Okay. Try not to unplug anything when we do this. Wow, Houston beating the 49ers 17-0. Wow. All right, here we go. I'm leaving this one out on purpose because we'll need to plug something into there. There we go. Okay, so now we at least have these cables over here towards the left instead of that super ugly bundle. So now we can start plugging in some stuff. So let's put our... Where's our USB 3.0? USB 3.0 is at the bottom. Feed that up there. Feed the HD audio. Oh no, our HD audio is not going to reach from there. That sucks. We'll feed our power switch up to there as well. Do we have a USB 2.0 or no? All these power. That sucks. Okay. Do you screw every screw on the motherboard? So I used to not. When I first started Thirsty Thursday, I would explain that I didn't think it was necessary. But I was selling all of my builds locally. And even then, it's not a smart idea. Like, you're not saving a ton of time. I wouldn't recommend not. I would sorry, that was terrible English. I would recommend plugging them all or screwing them all in. Like, there's just no real benefit to not doing it, you know. Oh wow, these plug in somewhere different. But if you're shipping the I stopped because of we ship all of our PCs now, and when you ship all your PCs, there's no way you can't use every screw possible, in my opinion. But when I was just selling them locally, like, I was getting away with it. I don't think we ever had like a single issue. Like, oh, it was because the monitor, the... Oh, no, I take it back. I take it back. No, oh, my God. Wow. Story time. I have bricked a motherboard before. Big time story. I've bricked a motherboard before because I did that. Because I didn't plug in all the screws. Here's what happened. So, I mean, it was a lot of dumbness involved in this process. But here's what happened. Now this is a little different. If you were gonna skip the screws, you would probably skip like maybe one of the middle ones, maybe two of the middle ones, whatever. But I built a PC just for the office, and it didn't have standoffs on the whole right side. And I just installed the motherboard anyway, and I installed all the screws down the middle and on the left-hand side. So the right side was a little bit flimsy. And that was already mistake number one. But again, I wasn't selling that PC. That was just being in the office, me being lazy, and I didn't think it would cause an issue. So I was doing something, I can't remember, but it was something with the 24 pin when the system was turned on. Like, I think I was just applying a little bit of pressure to the motherboard here, and I pushed the motherboard enough that it probably hit the back of the case, and the motherboard shorted instantly, and it completely bricked the motherboard. I forgot that happened. That was a while ago. So definitely don't skip screws. Don't skip screws. It was like it was an ROG Strix motherboard as well. It was very expensive, so I highly recommend against it. It was for one of the versions of Graffiti PC. So like, this Graffiti PC doesn't move. It just sits there the whole time. It doesn't really matter what components are in there. And I was troubleshooting, or I was reinstalling something or what, but I pushed on it when the power was on, and yeah, completely bricked the motherboard. Don't recommend that at all. I believe they forgot about that too. Oh, Hardware with another 169 biddies 2 minutes ago. My bad. He says, got work to do. I'll be lurking. Much appreciated, Hardware. Much appreciated. All right, where are we at? So, a little bit of an issue there on the... Oh, Hardware with the 69 biddies says, you ever forget to put any screws in the motherboard? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about. It was the motherboard screws. Okay, so our HD audio is not going to reach with that last cable tie, or zip tie, unfortunately. So we're going to have to do the walk of shame and already have... Oh, you guys can't see, my bad. And already have to unzip tie. This is why a lot of people don't recommend doing the zip ties ahead of time like I do. But it's not a big deal. You just remove that. You know, we'll pull out our HD audio, because the HD audio is going to have to take a slightly different route than everything else. But then I'm still going to zip tie this down, because I want to keep this out of here, out of the way, over this way. Sam with the 10 biddy says, you forgot to mention the part where you break the CPU testing to see if the motherboard was shot. I don't even remember the details to that. We bricked the CPU? How? How did we break the CPU? Was it just the motherboard that I don't remember the details. Yeah, I had Sam troubleshooting this issue for like a week, I think. Yeah, it was not fun. I don't remember the CPU side of that story, though. Ever snipped a cable? I don't think so. I don't think we've stooped that low before. Where's this HD audio cable? It's just gonna have to come across like that. I don't see any other way to do it. Okay. All right, so that's all of our connectors for the case. We just got a ton of fans and whatnot to deal with, but we can deal with all of that later. So that's good. That's good. Yeah, we're ready for our power supply. Cable management's not looking too bad to start things off. Let's get the power supply in here with our cable extensions and vinyl. Install that down here. Oops. I once snipped a blue LED fan cable. I just reconnected it. Any tips for new flippers? Yeah, I don't remember this. I don't remember the CPU, Sam, but I definitely believe that happened. What would be my tip to PC flippers? Like, can I just give the tip, which is like, can I just give the tip of do more research than you think you need to do? Know the market like the back of your hand. Oops. Oh my God. Did I just drop a screw in there? Oh my God. Terrible positioning. Oh, such a bad spot to open up a screw bag. Don't skip on aesthetics. You know, don't let people tell you that price to performance is absolutely everything, especially when you're flipping, because aesthetics mean a lot. Where'd that screw go? I hear it. Where did the screw go? Oh, I just heard it drop. Oh, it's gone. Way gone. Oh, we'll get another one. Oh, yeah, a strong. Yeah, thank you, Shauner. That's the tip I usually give, is the strong listing. You know, I would. A potential useful resource would be check out the videos on the ZTT Extras channel when I'm reviewing Jawa listings. There's a couple of them on there. It really, really helps to have super, super solid photos and the text in your listing. Like, a lot of people think that you can like just put the parts list or put half the parts list, you know, some bad photos and whatnot. It goes like there is so much room to stand out because a lot of PC flippers just know PCs. They don't know the science of selling. They don't know the science of making good first impressions, you know, like other non-related type of skills and strategies, you know. So there's so much room to stand out against the competition just from your listing alone. So I would pay a lot of attention to that. Looks go a long way. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay. All right, power supply is installed. Let's start routing some of these cables up here. Make sure you're having fun. Don't do it for the money. Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. Like, once you get a little bit seasoned, I feel like it would be, like, if I didn't have my YouTube channel and I was just PC flipping, the boring part would be trying to convince myself to use off-meta components. Because there's just going to be a certain group of components for, like, a 6-month time period where it's hard to use anything else. You know, we see that right now with SSDs, RAM kits, like budget CPU coolers. Like, we're using the same thing over and over again if you're trying to maximize your profit. But it is way more fun if you're mixing things up. You're getting your hands on new hardware. You know, you might make, like, your profit margins might be a little lower, but you're creating more experience for yourself, like getting your hands on more brands, more manufacturers, more software, stuff like that. And then if you're creating content for your business, like posting pictures, IG, videos on TikTok, you know, things like that, then you're also expanding that side of things by using different hardware. So yeah, I mean, I like that tip as well. Once you get going, for your first couple flips, I would indeed recommend going as meta as possible and just getting your feet wet with making profit, you know. Plus, when you're first starting, you're probably not even gonna know the difference. So I can't type in the Discord. I don't have a phone number. Well, that's how we stop bots, so sorry. I did see that Me6, the Discord mod that we use, they're coming out with a feature soon that has a 100% lockdown feature. So you'll be able to press one button and it locks the entire server from saying anything, which is really, really good if you're if we're ever getting like raided or something, which hasn't happened thankfully in a long time, but it's super stressful when it does. Trying to like lock down individual accounts or individual channels and whatnot. They're just gonna have like a one-click lockdown button, which is definitely gonna help a lot of people out. That'll be cool. All right, so there we go. This is what the color scheme is looking like. It's actually looking super solid with our gunmetal here, the motherboard, gunmetal, the cable extensions, of course. This is actually looking really, really nice. I'm digging this so far. Let's keep tabs on cable management, per usual. I think margins are super slim at the moment. You can get some parts comped, but if not, it's tight. I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of people pull some really, really good deals. I don't think margins have to be tight if you're patient. You know, it depends on how much volume you're trying to sell. But like, I mean, I just talked about the B450 Tomahawk Max I just pulled for $41. Omar in the Discord server just got a 6600 XT for $220, I think he said. I mean, people are pulling some really good deals, which would equate to solid margins. Like, the deals are out there. I'm not really seeing a deal shortage right now, to be honest. And I'm in a heavy buy mode too, so that's not like an uneducated point of view. I'm buying a ton of parts right now. Okay, where are we at? Cable management, that looks okay. Do we just need the radiator? Are we ready for the radiator? I think we are. I think we're ready for the radiator already. We'll clean up all these cables a little bit later, but yeah, I think we're ready for the radiator. Isaac just tuned in. I had to rebuild my computer recently because my dog knocked it off my desk. Dude, that sucks. That's awful. Luckily, all I needed was a case and a Wi-Fi adapter, but now my PC has 2 RGB hubs because I had to reuse 3 of my old PC fans. That's fine. I mean, that still sucks that happened, but it doesn't sound like it was a huge loss, which is good considering the circumstances. Sorry to hear that, though. Hey, Zach, I don't want to be a flipper to make money, but I need to take a break, guys. I've been standing. Oops. No, not that kind of break. Not that kind of break. I've been standing. I haven't been on camera in a while. Like, I don't know if I need to get, like, a standing desk operation here going or what, but I want to see this PC being built, but I haven't taken a sip. I need a sip of beer. Like, come on. I need a quick minute. Hey, Zach, I don't want to be a flipper to make money, but I'd love an excuse to just do builds and search for deals. If I don't need to make money, how should I approach this hobby? Oh, I've mentioned that multiple times before. You can have a lot of fun just buying all these parts and then selling them quickly without making a profit. Because A, your PC will obviously sell much quicker if you're buying the correct components. A bad build is still a bad build. But if you're buying correct components and you're not going to be patient with selling them, you're just going to sell them at whatever price you paid, or maybe you lose $50 or $100 or whatever. But if that enables you to get your hands on a ton of new hardware, get all that experience needed, create a portfolio, whether it's just for photos for like your business website or social media, like I said, Instagram, if you want to film some TikToks and whatnot, it's a great investment, you know? Like, that's how ZTT was operating for, like, my channel unlocked itself years ago when I realized that if I just put together builds that would sell, I have unlimited YouTube content for free. Like, I was not concerned about making $100 profit on a build. If I could just generate enough different like product to be featured on the channel, knowing that it'll just sell in a build as soon as I'm done for the same price that I paid for it, I get all this content for free and I make my money that way and grow my business, grow the channel that way. So yeah, I mean, if that's the route you want to take, like, You could certainly argue like you might as well try to get the little bit of profit, but you don't have to. You don't have to if you want to make things a little quicker. Is that what you're asking? My margins suck because I mostly use new parts. Yeah, I mean, there's certain things that... What's up, Samantha? Over on YouTube. How you doing? Yeah. If you want to like advertise a brand new PC every single time, that is a route that you can take, and you will have less margins. Now, I would make the argument that even if you are buying all new, like, there's still margins to be made. There's still really good deals on new parts, but you can save a lot of money just switching to EVGA B stock power supplies and Amazon warehouse motherboards. You know, I mean, there's certainly a little bit of an extra risk buying used, but like you're not going to save a ton of money switching used on SSDs. Like, there's a couple good SSD deals, but never like a lot of good SSD deals. You're not going to buy used cases because nobody buys those. You know, used CPUs, you know, GPUs. That's where you can make a ton of extra money as well. But then that gets into like you might as well just make it a used build. But a lot of my builds like this that are just purely for like Twitch, selling them and whatnot, most of them is new parts, except for the power supply and the motherboard, which is literally what we're doing right now. And that's just trimming a little bit more margin, or trimming off a little bit of that cost, because Amazon warehouse is super trustworthy for the motherboards. And if you save $30, $40, $50 on that, that's a big boost. And then the power supply as well. Same story with EVGA B stock. Do you remember your first flip? No. Well, I mean, I've never done I'm not like a true flipper. Like I've been selling, I've sold literally hundreds of PCs. You know, I've built them all, built so many PCs for flipping. But remember, I always have had a YouTube channel to supplement my sale posting with. So like, I'm not like a true dedicated flipper that doesn't have an audience, doesn't have reputation, you know? So like, I didn't have a magical like first flip. Like, my first sale was just probably just a random YouTube build that I got rid of, but no, I don't remember it. I have an old PC that motherboard don't work, but everything else works. What should I do? I would buy another motherboard. What else are you looking for? I just buy another motherboard. Shawner says his first flip was a 1400X and RX 580 in a Sama case with a crappy black and red theme. Nice. Yeah, I would practically consider the GPU you have new. Yeah, I actually think my GPU was new. I bought it from Warman, but he never used it. He bought it for a flip, and then he was liquidating his AMD GPU, so it was new. But I bought it from somebody. Yeah, it is actually a new GPU. Hey Zach, I'm a YouTuber with the smallest following, and I was wondering, what do you think about leveraging my audience like you do to grow a PC building business? I have a good source for parts, which gives me margin, but I was wondering if you think that's a good idea. I mean, that's... I may be a little biased on that one, but that's how my family eats. Yeah, I fully support that. I don't think it's cheating. Like, I don't think it's an unfair advantage, like, using my YouTube channel to generate sales. Any business that's trying to be successful has to build up some sort of reputation. You got to make content. You got to get your name out there, whatever it is. You know, people just kind of have like this misconception, like, oh, he's a YouTuber, that's why he can sell PCs. Where like you very well could think of it as like, he sells PCs, his YouTube channel is what boosts those sales. Like, that's his marketing, that's his advertising. Like, it's the same thing. So like, I mean, I fully support it. employ 5 or 6 people, and my family has a roof over their head and eats, all because of that exact same operation. So, I mean, you have my recommendation on that one. I bought an Asus B560 from warehouse, but it seems broken. No sign of life at all. Did this ever happen to you? From Amazon warehouse, I honestly don't think I can't recall a single issue I've ever had on warehouse. But again, just like every single marketplace, you're buying from a seller. Now, Amazon warehouse, sometimes you are buying from Amazon like LLC. But you just got to do as much research as possible. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't surprise me that there is always that risk for sure. If you've troubleshot it correctly, then I would just file a ticket with Amazon as soon as possible. Amazon takes care of you. It's not a big deal. Hardware with the Fitbit says Zach has the benefit of reasonably huge reach and profit off parts from endorsements. However, he knows his stuff and gives A1 advice. Well, see, here's the thing about the product endorsements is you don't need a big channel to start getting products. Like for a YouTube channel, you need a couple thousand subscribers, but like it wasn't long before Deepcool was one of the OGs. Deepcool started sending me AIOs and cases when I was in the single-digit 1,000 YouTube subscriber mark. And even if you just stop there, if you get your case for free and you pay for everything else, that's instantly a $50 to $100 extra profit on all the other profit you would have been making. Or you could just only take the profit from that and sell everything at cost, and then you're still ended up on top. You don't need like fully sponsored builds like this build here. I pay for everything but 2 of these parts, but that's an easy $100 of extra profit compared to the competition. So that's why I can price my builds lower. Like I'm making money from the Twitch stream and all that, all the other content that we'll be shooting with this PC, you know, things like that. But you only need one part to get the leg up, you know. What's in my main build? I mean, I have a lot of main builds. My main build here at home is a 10850K 12 core or 10, that's a 10 core with an RTX 3070. My main build at the office is a 12600K, 12700K, 12600K. I can't remember. Wow, I really can't remember. I think it's a 12700. It's a 12700K and a 3080. The streaming PC is a 12600K and a 3060. Those are my 3 main PCs. BitPhoenix sent me a nice RGB GPU support bracket, and I'm not even on anything except Reddit. Nice. That's what's up. They sent me a PSU but didn't have the right cables, so I couldn't use it. What? That's weird. Hi, planning to buy a PC. What would you recommend more? An i3-10100F with a GT 1030? I definitely would not recommend that. Or an Athlon 3000G with a 1050 Ti? Oh, I wouldn't recommend that either. What's your budget? What's your total budget? That would be my next question. I wouldn't go with either of those combos. I wouldn't do either one of those. You're not going to get my recommendation on either one of those combos, even if I had to pick one. All right. Thanks for letting me take a break, guys. Let's get back to building here. Where are we at? We're on the AIO. All right. So in the AZA era, or AZA era 480, we have plenty of room up here for our radiator, and that's just going to go in like this, and that's what that's going to look like. But before we do that, let's make sure we have our RGB cables and whatnot. Yeah, SD1 Ranger says build a 5600G build. I would highly recommend doing the 5600G route for probably close to the same price. Trying to determine how this, what this RGB situation is looking like. So it looks like we need SATA power, and then it's still gonna plug into, because there's no buttons or anything. It's still gonna plug into our motherboard for the RGBs on the AIO, but we shouldn't need to do that right now. Okay. All right, so let's get our radiator in here. And the only thing we need to do is make sure that we fish this short RGB cable through the back now. So we're good right there. And then we don't want to mess up our pre-applied thermal paste. So we'll try to set that right there. PC Tech Hustle with the $2 super chat says, warehouse for the win. I got a Gigabyte DS3H B450 Wi-Fi for 60 bucks. Yeah, I mean, it's super easy to get the B450 motherboards over there. I don't buy a lot of motherboards from places other than warehouse at this point. It's definitely the spot for motherboards. I just bought one today, actually. I just bought a B450 Steel Legend today on warehouse. All right, so where do we want to install this? Probably somewhere like that. Does that look about even? That don't look bad. Looks good enough to me. Thank you for that $2 super chat, man. Much appreciated. There we go. How many flips do we have in the chat right now? Type in the chat how many successful gaming PC flips you have sold. Where are we at right now? Late night Thirsty Thursday, almost 3 hours into the live stream. What's our experience level at this stage of Thirsty Thursday? How many successful flips do you think you guys have sold? Easy 10 says, or Easy Plays says 10. That's super solid. Sean with the 10, but he says, remember when you said this was a quick and easy build? I know, man. It's every time. Just don't let me say stuff like that. I mean, this has been easy. It's just I'm going slow. There's been nothing wrong with this build so far. Everything has been super streamlined, super easy. I'm just taking my sweet time. I had a great 2021, not so great 2022. Oh my God, Sam says 88. That's wild. SD1 Rager says 5+. 88 builds. That's crazy. I love that you're still tracking how many you've sold that high up. Like, I would imagine that a lot of people like above 20 are like, okay, we're not going to count anymore. You're still counting accurately at 88. That's great. All right, our radiator is installed, so we are going to, so I don't know like even what I'm looking at here with this pump. Like, what is this? What is this like slanted box here? Do I pull this off? I don't get what, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Is this the design? I don't even know what this is. Does this like twist? What is this? Oh, it comes off. Wait, no, it doesn't. What? Oh, it rotates. Got it. So you can get the Deep Cool logo. I don't know which way's up. Like that? Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, little thermal paste. No big deal. All right. This is going to go like that. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll get our thumb screws. That's it. Too many to count, says PC Tech Hustle. I'm one of one, says Jocelyn. My first and only flip so far sold in 3 weeks. Nice. I want to start flipping, but I don't know. Hustle King says, wish I could stay till the end, but calling it a night. Great content as always. Thank you very much for all the biddies, Hustle King, tonight. Much appreciated. Have a good night. How is a square rotating in a square? It's a very like over-engineered. It's super over-engineered. Like it feels really solid rotating like this, but like they didn't have to do that. Like it's unnecessary. It looks good, it feels good, but it's a little unnecessary. Really liking the black and gray color so far. I am too, man. I think it looks awesome. Yeah, I think this looks really cool. There's just so many cables that we got to clean up. More than 5, less than 10 just started though. That's awesome. That's awesome. Only bad thing about Thirsty Thursday is when they end. We have to wait a week. Sorry, man. We are gonna like the Monday streams are gonna be consistent. Like we're gonna make some progress on getting that consistency down. Now I have mentioned this multiple times before, but my wife is leaving for the next 6 months on a military training style thing. She's taking one of our toddlers with her. She's taking the 1 year with him. And then I'm going to keep Antonio, our almost 3-year-old. So we're both going to go to like straight up single parent life for the next 6 months. So I don't know like how life is going to be for the next 6 months, but like I should be able to continue working at night and then while he's at school during the day. So I anticipate that Thirsty Thursday and our new Casual Monday stream is going to be consistent, but I'm not going to like act like I'm super confident about it because I don't know like how I'm going to be mentally going to single dad life for 6 months. So I know it's going to be draining no matter what, but we shall see. Just not making any promises. For all I know, I could end up just being like, okay, yeah, we're not going to stream for 6 months. I can't. I need to sleep, you know, so we'll see how it goes. Not making any huge commitments right now. That would be stupid. But yeah, she's only here for 1 more week, so we're about to find out. The moving boxes are out, and things are getting official. Y'all strong for real? Well, we're about to find out if we're strong. We haven't done like a military separation in like half a decade. Like my last deployment was in 2018, 2018. So 4 or 5 years ago. And we definitely did not have kids back then. So we have no idea what it's like deploying or like leaving kids and all that. But yeah, we're about to find out, man. Definitely about to find out. Okay, so AIO is installed. We do have 2 RGB connectors. What are these from? I'm kind of confused. I lost my bearings on that one a little bit. We got one of them is from the pump. The long skinny one is from the pump. Oh, and then this is from the cable on the fan. How does that connect though? I'm kind of confused now. I wish you and your family the best of luck during that time. Thank you very much. You guys will definitely be hearing about it. I'm not going to go radio silence. So that's just an extension cable. That doesn't help us. This is like the main cable we need, but I don't think this is enough. Yeah, I'm kind of confused on this whole RGB situation. I have two proprietary RGB connectors, which they are the same. One of them's coming from the... I don't see how you can daisy chain them. One's coming from the fans. One's coming from the radiator itself. This is the cable it came with. This is definitely for the radiator, I think. But I don't see how I tie the RGB fan to that. Where does this go? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, I'm lost. Where does that go? I know how it is. I'm a father of two, and I spent 2.5 years in the hospital with our oldest, and my wife spent that time at home. Wow, that sounds brutal. With our 3-year-old? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to overplay the situation. She's going to be like 5 hours away, which isn't like a huge deal. So like we'll still like be visiting on some weekends, and like she'll be home for holidays and whatnot. Obviously still going to be tough, but yeah, it's not going to be like a we won't see each other for 6 months type of deal. I must be missing a cable. I don't understand this. I don't understand this at all. Unless if those fans connect to the pump. I'm very lost. This doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we have this. This has got to be for that. We must be missing a cable. We must be missing something. But I don't see any. I don't have anything else. All right, Deep Cool, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? I don't see any other cable. That's it. So, how do these all tie into each other? This makes zero sense. Anybody ever used this one before? Let's get our handy dandy instruction booklet out. All right. Ping shop, but looking for the back of the case in the top left panel. Looks like there may be a connector up there, but I might just be crazy. I mean, the connector doesn't have any. The case doesn't have anything to do with the AIO. Like, those are two completely different systems. You know what I mean? Like, this is from. Is that what you're saying? No, because this is a Deep Cool proprietary RGB connector. This is like AZA stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, hold the phone. Hold the phone. I think I might have just figured this out. No, I definitely didn't figure it out, but I have a hunch. Okay, you guys might have to see some bald spot here while I figure this out. No, I don't get it, man. I don't understand this. I don't get it. I don't get this at all. I don't get how the RGBs are going to connect from the AIO. I don't understand that at all. I fully get the pump, but not the RGB fans. That's bizarre. He's been using that RGB setup. Yeah, see, we don't have any extra cables. We only have these 2 cables. So I'm not missing anything. I've never had RGB cables throw me for this big of a loop. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is what we need. Connection with original fan. So the fans daisy chain to each other. And then this connector goes to I or J. Oh, got it. Got it. I'm tracking. I'm tracking. Okay, we're good. So you daisy chain. That's why I was wrong. Okay, here we go. You daisy chain the RGB connector from the A. This sounds pretty basic now that I'm thinking about it. You daisy chain the RGB connector from the pump to the extra daisy chain connection on the radiator, which I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in there. I might have to uninstall it real quickly. But that way those are connected together. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach this without uninstalling. But that makes sense. Okay. It's super, like, down in there. Oh, I might have got lucky. Oh, I got lucky. Nice. Let's go. That's how we do it. All right. Okay, we're in business. We're in business. There we go. That connects to that. Boom. Okay. Now we need some SATA power. Yeah, it's not actually confusing. Like, if you were just to, like, read that manual, like, you would very quickly discover that that's, like, it didn't take us long to figure out that that's what you have to do once we got the manual out. It's not a bad design. That was my fault. That was fine. I'm not upset with that design. That's fine. Okay, now here's where I want to do though. I think I want to switch some things up real quick. And what we can do is, this is why I have this here. So this is going to be, I think this will work. Yeah, this will be confusing, but so what we're going to do is, this is actually going to be really cool. I'm excited. This AIO, put the camera on me so I can explain it. This AIO is only RGB controlled with a 3-pin ARGB plugging into the motherboard. But what we're going to do is we're going to grab one of these adapters, which is 3-pin ARGB to SATA power, and it has a button in the middle here. That way, instead of connecting directly to the motherboard and controlling the RGB through software, we'll just be able to connect it to this bad boy, and we'll be able to control the RGB software through this button. That's really good if you have a motherboard that doesn't have the correct RGB connectors, or if you're on a Thirsty Thursday live stream and you want to see the different RGB colors without having to install Windows, which is the case we're in. So we'll actually be able to see what the whole build color scheme is going to look like now, because I keep one of these adapters on hand. Does that make sense? Is everybody tracking that operation right there?
It's really cool. That's exactly why I keep that here at home for Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, really happy with that. Glad I have that. Okay. So that's there. That's accessible. These definitely need to be more cable managed, but honestly, oh, sorry, you're not looking. It's actually not looking awful. We can just clean that up with a couple zip ties right there. We got this big bundle here, and that's actually not awful. I've done worse. I've been capable of worse. What's up, Out West? How you doing, man? All right, let's just get a couple of zip ties, just to, like, very quick and dirty. Clean this up just a tad bit. But yeah, overall, not too bad. We're almost done here. We're just gonna tidy this up and then install the GPU, and then there's not gonna be much left. Got it now. Was stumped. Yeah, it's just, I would, if you're a PC flipper, that's one of the items that's always super, super handy to have, is the 3-pin RGB or ARGB to SATA power with the button. That way you can do these type of things, because sometimes you're going to buy a motherboard that doesn't have the correct ARGB if you're not like super forward thinking with your build planning and whatnot. Or if you just want to see what's available, like what colors are available right from the start, or whatever the situation may be. But yeah, I mean, that's what the build is looking like so far. We got all black, gunmetal. Just trying to clean this up a little bit, and that's actually looking pretty good. That'll look much better once we get that back panel on there as well. So let's install our GPU next and see if we can put the whole thing together. How much are you gonna sell it for? I'm not sure yet. This one will be on the October 1st launch, though. This one's not gonna make it to the September 1st launch, which, by the way, that's the next launch. It's coming up next Thursday. If you are trying to buy one of my builds, next Thursday is the launch day. But I'm not gonna make Sam get any more last-minute builds on there. We like to lock it down a few days before, and just make sure that all of our postings and shipping stuff and all that are 100% dialed in and ready to go. So this won't be until October 1st. Live for 3 hours now. Yeah, you know, like I said, super quick, short stream. That's how we do it. Just a nice and quick one. We're almost done. This GPU is going in. We are almost done. And that's looking good, man. That color scheme's looking really nice. This is a 6600 XT and a Ryzen 5 5600. You can type in !build to see the full parts list. Or if you're on YouTube, you can just look at the first link in the description. There we go. All right. Let's get our cable extensions going up here. Like that. Got our gunmetal action right there. It's actually matching up really nicely. Whew. That's clean, man. That looks clean. There we go. All right. Bada bing. Bada boom. I think we can leave the cables like that for now. That actually doesn't look too bad. I can't get this any tighter any which way. Let's fire it up and see what she looks like. We don't need any of that. Hopefully the RGBs are good. Yeah, September 1st, next launch. All right, whew. That was a little bit long. Oh my God, look how big that case is. Jeez, that's ridiculous. Oh, oh, oh. Build is done? Well, not yet. We got to turn it on. We got to see if it's actually done. I'm sure there's something not spinning. Actually, I can already think of what's not spinning. I never plugged in the fans. The 4... Oh, wait. Maybe they were SATA. I don't know. We're about to find out. I don't think I ever plugged in the case fans. We'll find out, though. We'll find out the hard way. Clean up the desk a little bit here. What are the chances that this actually fires up? Looks good. Trying to get a PC for my birthday in 4 days. Well, if you can wait a little bit longer. September 1st would be the date, my guy. Alright. I'm like running extremely low on energy now. I can feel it. Been up since 4:30. Yeah, I don't know how much we'll sell it for. This will be a cheap one. This one will be extremely competitively priced. Alright, let's get the power button. I don't think I plugged in those fans, but like I said, we'll find out. We'll see what it looks like. Alright, here we go. Please, just spin. Give me everything. Nothing. No front fan action whatsoever. That, oh my God, the RGBs on the, what's it called? The AIO look beautiful. But yeah, I didn't plug in the fans. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. We'll figure that out. All right. If 800, I'm going to try to get it if nobody will. Yeah, I'm not sure. I got to look at the parts list and figure it out. I have no idea. I really just want to see what this build looks like with that side panel installed. Okay. So where is our super daisy chain of fans? How do they even do this? Yeah, there's one of the connectors right there. Is that it? Is that all of them? Can't tell. I see one loose connector right here. But that doesn't sound right. That's not a good spot for it. But I think that is it. I don't see any other loose connector. I think that's it. Okay, we're gonna have to loosen this one up a bit from the cable management like we did last time. Wow, that's actually not a great design. This whole bundle is gonna have to move over. We're gonna lose all of our hard work on the cable management here just for this one cable. That sucks. That sucks really bad. All right, where do we have a fan connector? Right up here. Maybe. There we go. Okay. I'm not going to cable manage that. Let's turn this on and see if that's what the issue was. Okay. All right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. Everything's spinning. All the lights are on. Okay, don't look at it yet, though. I got to clean it up. We got to clean this bad boy up. That's a lot of RGB action right there. All right. All right. Let's just apply a couple zip ties. We're not going to go overboard because I want to go home. Let's just tighten some things down real quickly. RGB looks stellar. This is quite a messy build. These are Azah is not doing us any favors in the cable management department for both just the case itself. Yeah, this is awful, man. As well as these fans. This is kind of a nightmare. Yeah, we're gonna put that mesh panel on. For sure. I want to see what that looks like. I'm just trying to tie something down here, but this looks so ugly. This looks really, really bad. There's nothing we can do. There's no routes or anything, and we just have a huge mess. Okay. Huge mess of cables. All right, let's get the back panel on, and then we'll get the side panel on, see what that looks like. Okay. Oh, I didn't put that on right. If I build a PC, my cable management would be awful. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of overrated. The back side. As long as you take care of the front. We're gonna why is that not locking in here? Does that need the screw? Oh, it does need a screw. That's stupid. Okay. Where did our screws for that go? Oh, that's just normal. Okay. There we go. Does that not lock into place without a screw? I thought it was. It doesn't. Okay. So this is what the build is looking like without RGBs real quickly, just so you guys can see it. We got our all black and gray color scheme here, looking pretty clean. Pretty clean. Really digging that look. That looks pretty solid. Let's get it fired up again. Boom. There we go. So we can control all the RGBs. We got a ton of random RGB action going with the graphics card, the AIO, the motherboard, and of course these case fans. But that's what it's looking like. And then this is what it looks like with the side panel. Oh, I like that. You can't really see our gunmetal at all. Like you can't. The gunmetal is kind of lost, but I like the look. I like the diffused look of the RGBs. Now remember, this isn't like nothing's tuned or anything, but I like it. I like it more than I thought I would. Right? Am I crazy? I like that actually. That's super cool. Dude, that's fresh. I'm really digging it. It's like, it's dark, but it, oh my God, it's such a weird look. Never seen that before. I think that looks really interesting. Yeah, that'll do it. I like that. Let's try to change some RGB colors real quick. This should change the, yeah. It's maybe like a blue like that. Can we just get this to be like a solid color, por favor, or no? Why does it feel like this is glitching out? Green and blue? That looks kind of cool. Ooh. Other than the red motherboard and graphics card, or the... Dude, that looks good. Yeah, no glare. That's a really good point. There's not going to be any glare whatsoever when taking pictures. Which, I mean, that's why you remove the side panel. But I think it's really cool. I actually legitimately like it better than I thought I would. Yeah, I think that's pretty unique. Yeah, once the colors synced up, you can do literally whatever color combination you want to. All black will work with any of them. Almost Seahawks colors. That's not what I'm going for. That's not it. Wish the 4 fan had more light options, though. It does. I don't know what's wrong with that button. Feels like something's a little off on it. It's probably like a weird double press or something that we gotta do. I'm not sure. Thanks for stopping by, Jonathan. Or thanks for being here the whole time, Jonathan. Much appreciated. Yeah, I don't know. That RGB. I'm impressed. Didn't think it would have looked that good. I am too, man. I think that looks really clutch. I don't know what's up with this button. It doesn't feel like it's like registering my clicks properly. See, like it shouldn't be doing that. Like I'm gonna click. It's already cycling through it. Maybe I hold it. When I hold it, it just goes to green and blue. And I don't know what that is. It looks really cool. I don't know what that is though. Click. But now when I click it, nothing happens. And now we're back to here. I don't know. We're going to leave it right here for right now. Whatever with the 10 biddies says I made it before the stream ended. Yeah, like a minute before it ended. Because, dude, I'm tired. I got to go. And then it just... Yeah, something's not right with that RGB on the fans. On the case. Something's definitely not right on that. I'm not sure. But either way, that is going to wrap up today's episode of Thirsty Thursday. Ladies, probably sync with the Mobo. Yeah, I'm not sure. Either way, I'm super happy with it. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to this episode of Thirsty Thursday. I really like it. I think it looks pretty cool. I might give my thoughts on it in another video. Who knows? We'll see where we go with that. But for right now, I absolutely... gotta get to bed. I have way too many hours clocked into this day. If you guys were here for the whole 3 hours and 20-minute live stream, you are the true MVP. Much appreciated for your viewership throughout the night. Thank you guys very much for the financial support and for being here. We do have a new Flippin' Friday episode coming out on tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. And yeah. That's all I got, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go get some sleep. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good night, guys. Oh, and join us in the ZTT Discord server. I'll be in there before while I'm laying down, about to pass out. But yeah, thank you guys very much. Have a good night. See ya.